Yeah, I'm live. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm 4 minutes early, but I am live. I wanted to show my camera, but OBS is having some issues, so you can't really see my full face over here. But what I can show you is my amazing, oh no, t-shirt, which I'm wearing right now. Came today. Um, let's say hello to everyone. Tootloop is first. Let's go, Tootloop. Tootloop. Hello. Sabby Coops, hello. Marissa, Linda. Vegan stoner lady. Cool person over here, huh? Are you still a stoner lady, Anna? Do you still smoke weed? I'm curious, because you still call yourself vegan stoner lady, but I don't know. Vegan fella, hello, Mr. Fleck. Fleck. Angela's here, Linda's here, Brett is here. Amazing, cool people. I hope you guys can hear me and I'm not just talking to myself right now. But I think that I am live. I cannot be talking to myself. If I was talking to myself, I would be not talking to myself or something, right? Makes sense? Makes sense. Benji is here. Sabi, can somebody tell me if I'm live? I want to go live on TikTok. How's everyone doing? Yeah. Sure am. Okay. Well, I guess I'll check it myself if nobody can say it. And yes, we're still. I'm still getting the weird flags, weird Polish flags for some reason. Whenever you guys insert, yes, thank you, Benji. Whenever you guys insert like a green heart, I get the Polish flag. So I don't know if you're sending. I'm live as fuck. Oh, let's go. So I don't know if you're sending a Polish flag or a green heart of courage. I don't know why my computer, well, or why Safari specifically decided to, from now on, every time there's a green heart, it will be a Polish flag. I guess for some reason my Safari just fell in love with Poland or something. And now every time you send a heart, Safari transforms it into Polish flag. I don't know why. Weird as fuck. Let's go live on TikTok. Also, by the way, everyone, today, look at that. I want to show you something really cool that I prepared. Shabam! Yes, this is one and only. I can type here. Hello. Wait, hello. Fuck. Hello, awesome vegan people. Haha! And look at that. Let's see. If I put a green heart here. No, it's a green heart. It's all good. Yeah, weird. So, we got the little thing that we can type, which is cool. I'm going to hide it for now. And we're going to have some conversations with people today. Let's see who has the guts to speak to I. Okay, yeah, this is the event. Yes, go leave it. Hello, TikTok. Yeah. So Benji asks me, aren't you curious to find out why Safari does that? Benji, I tried looking into why Safari does that. I think it's just like probably it uses like a transcription or something weird. I don't know what's going on. You know, my Safari sometimes just falls in love with the random stuff. Maybe there's a script somewhere that got inserted or something. I need to check that out for sure. But we'll see. We'll see what's happening. For now, we're live on TikTok. We're waiting for people to come and join and join us with the conversations. We are having conversations with people about animal rights. That's why I'm asking, why aren't you vegan? Which essentially is just asking, why aren't you an animal rights respecting person? So yeah, let's see how the conversations go. I think I have to click on this multi-guest. Oh, the multi-guest thing gets me. Oh, there you go. It's here. Okay, so I have this guest window now open. We'll keep it somewhere in here. And now we just gotta wait for people to join and have conversations with us. Oh god, I got that. You guys know the former song of Mr. Beast? When the videos used to end, he had this song that was playing in the background whenever his videos would end. It was like Mr. Beast. Just got it in my head now. Sabi, I don't have TikTok mods, but let's see if I can make you one. How do I make you one? I see you being here. I click you on you, and I can reply, unfollow, or add moderator. That's it, Sabi. You're a moderator now. Wait. Comments, mute accounts, block accounts, pin comments, manage polls and gift votes. Okay, confirm. That's it. That's it, Sabi. You're now a moderator. The goal of veganism is to do the least amount of harm, yes? No, the goal of veganism is to reject the exploitation of non-human animals, not to do the least amount of harm. It just happens to be the one that does the least amount of harm. But Nathaniel, why don't you just jump up on a call and have a conversation with I am all willing and open to discuss with you. Another damn vegan we got. So everyone, you know, like hit that like and share the stream. Click on share, click on repost, and then share and add to story. That's it. That's the thing. If you click on all that, yeah. The auto translator is on YouTube. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's turn off the auto translator on YouTube. Let me see, how do I do that from here? Community moderation. Okay, wait, I gotta go to YouTube Studio for that one. Hello, Martin. Nice to see you here. Oh no, everyone. I gotta turn off the translator thing. Okay, we'll do it in a second. Give me just 1 second. Somebody wanted to speak to me, but now they're gone. If you give me just 1 second, I gotta turn off this translator thing. Okay. I don't know why it keeps putting it automatically. It's very annoying, isn't it? Live reactions. Analytics. No, I don't know how to turn it off from here. Maybe if I go from my phone, I can turn it off. Let's try that. Mr. Beast. Goddamn song stuck in my head. Stop it. Stop playing in my head. How's everyone doing today, by the way? Is everyone having a good day so far? I'm having a day. I'm having a sure day. I actually had a little bit of a nap at lunch. Don't judge me too harshly. Let me see if I can turn it off from here. No. Oh, I have no clue how to turn it off, Linda. I'm sorry. Not from this interface. Normally I can turn it off from captions. Because steak is good. Well, Liu Bags, why don't you join me and have a conversation with me? Mr. Felix says, hi, how are we today? Just drinking soy vanilla protein drink. Felak, I'm good. I still have like 800 calories left to eat. But let's see. I wanna get some people up and hear this conversation thing. I want people to join my TikTok thing so we can have a conversation. Maybe some people can actually tell me why they're not vegan. I don't think they have a good enough reason, but who knows? How do I get translation to turn off? I've been meat free and for 3 weeks. Baby steps. Yeah, baby steps are for babies. Automatic translation to turn off in YouTube stream. I think that's great, Adina. You know, it's just, you know, remember, if you're continuing the consumption of dairy products, you're still in a position where you're oppressing innocent animals. So obviously not consuming meat is good, but only if you replaced it with dairy products, then it's the same, maybe even worse, actually. Because dairy products, not only that they unalive animals, but they actually also cause a lot more harm, I would say, in lines with torture, in fact. Yeah. Just click the gear setting. There's no gear setting for streamers on desktop, bro. Yeah, Lubags, if you want to have a conversation with me, you can always join, request to come back up, and we can have a conversation. Um, you can explain to me instead of naming what it is that you like to consume, who it is that you like to oppress. Maybe just join it and have a conversation with me. Mano y mano. Mano y mano. Okay. Now I see where I gotta do it. I'll find it. No requests yet. No requests so far, Ben. If you wanna come back, if you wanna come up, Ben, you can come up and we can have a conversation. Hey Chip, your division the other day live was really your division the other day live was really good. I don't know what that means. You did really great. Okay, thank you. Well, I'll take it. If you want to compliment me, I'll appreciate it. Compliment me all day long. In fact, on days like today, I need the compliments. Huh? Why days like today? Because today was a day. I'm not gonna go into a lot of details. Just you know, one of those things. Okay, I think I found it. Let me see. No, I don't know how to turn it off. I'm sorry. I tried. It's okay. Stop anthropomorphizing our food stock. Yeah, stop objectifying animals. I would say that's a better thing to say. Yeah. Thank you, Smoking Blondie. Says you're always awesome. How's everyone doing on TikTok so far? We got some pretty good, some pretty cool people up there on TikTok. Should be no trolls in chat today. They will all be dying to talk to Chip in person on TikTok. Yeah, they're always right. They're always like, oh, I want to talk to you, but never have the guts. But let's see, we have a person right now. Let's see. Hey, Blazing Black, are you over 18?
Yes, brother. I'm 27.
Okay, love it. So what do you think being vegan means?
To I suppose, like by definition, just more of a plant-based lifestyle, restricting most, if not all, animal byproduct. Caring about the consent of animals. Yeah,
We just don't want animals to be exploited for us. That's it.
yeah. I like to become vegan, as maybe you can tell by my picture. I'm not, but I very much like to become it. It's just I think I have to learn a lot more about it.
Why are you not vegan? Like, what's keeping you from being vegan?
I say just culture overall, and the proximity to meat and like my lifestyle. Just family's always cooking it. I'm always around it, and lack of knowledge on like vegan recipes and keeping it affordable.
But I'm sure a lot of that, you know, it's available to you by using a simple Google search, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I'm looking into it. I'm just giving you my reasons of why I'm not vegan right this second. Not that I condone what we're doing to our planet or anything.
To our planet, you said?
Yeah.
Well, it's had nothing to do with the planet. Um, you can do whatever you want to the
You wouldn't
planet.
say come again, bro?
You can do whatever you want to the planet. You can literally dig a hole and put your weeby in it, and I wouldn't have a problem with that. My problem is with the animal rights, the fact that we violate the rights of animals. This isn't a thing of environment or anything. This is a thing of respecting the rights of animals. It's the same line as respecting the rights of other humans.
I suppose I'll give you that.
Yeah, so given that it is in the same line as respecting the rights of other humans, would you accept it? Would you say the same justification would apply if I were to be speaking for the rights of humans right now? Like, would you say that culture or, I don't know, habit is a good enough justification to continue oppressing others?
It's not a good justification. I'll definitely give you that. It's just a justification. Just as we have human exploitation, in our current day, it doesn't just, all the reasons people give for it. Oh, it's been 1,000 years. This that doesn't make it right, but it's a justification.
Yeah. So it doesn't make it right. So you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, and you acknowledge that you have alternatives and you can change simply by doing a simple Google search, as you just said.
Definitely, so I'll give you that.
So why not start doing that change right now?
Right this second, I don't have any disagreement on that front. I was just going off of the prompt, trying to have discussion with you, brother.
Oh, and why it is that you're not vegan. I see what you mean. Yeah, well, when I say why it is that you're not vegan, I don't necessarily mean like why it is that you haven't moved into that position necessarily, but rather why aren't you moving into that position starting from now?
I'll think on that, brother. I'll definitely think. I think we should move on to the next guest, though. But I'll definitely think on that.
You think on that. Okay. If you were a victim of oppression, would you like your oppressor to say, I'll think about whether to stop oppressing you?
No, I'll give you that.
So what do you think you should do?
Hmm.
Yeah. Are you driving?
No, no. Probably shouldn't say. I just got out of the shower.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Yeah. So I'll. We could move on to the next guest, man.
Sure.
I
Enjoy your drying out. Please don't oppress animals. There's a thing here called Dominion. Can you give that a watch?
I definitely can.
You just Google it.
I just took a screenshot.
Okay, appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Have a nice one.
You too. Cheers. Okay. Well, we don't have any guests right now, but we'll wait for the next one to pop off. Let's see. Let's get some questions in the chat. Maybe we have some questions in the chat. Vegan Felek. Chip guys debating a naked man. Yeah, Felek, you don't have to be dressed to have good arguments, do you? That could be hope for this guy. Yeah, he seemed genuine. I don't know. We're hoping, like we never know. Wait, we got somebody on TikTok saying, you do know that regular slaughter at least has either sedation or instant execution. Oh no, Joe Swanston. Oh no. I mean, obviously, if we sedate somebody beforehand, then the murder is all okay, right? If we sedate them, it's all good. You can do whatever you want to them. As long as they don't remember it and they don't feel it, you can do whatever you want to them, right? Makes sense. I mean, as long as you benefit from it. We didn't see him. It's fine. Yeah, exactly. We didn't have to see him. Yeah. He's not the worst color. No, he's not. Joe Swanston says, wow, so you are pro-animal cruelty. Joe Swanston, why don't you come up here and with your non-sequiturs and try to make a logically sound argument for why you choose to oppress innocent animals? Because it just sounds to me like you just, you're full of non-sequiturs. If you think from the idea of where I said that it's wrong to unalive an innocent animal, regardless of how you do it, you understand that I'm pro-animal cruelty, then I think I have some deductive flaws there in your argumentation. So let's just have a conversation. How about that? Yeah, but I'm guessing you don't want to have a conversation. You just want to come here and praise some form of religious bullshit, because that's what they always do, right? They always come and they praise their religious bullshit. My method of slaughter is better. Oh, well, no, it's not. It's all the same thing. It's all exploitation. Yeah. So, let's see. How are people on YouTube? You have the same stance on every living creature except animals. What gives you the moral high ground? You have the same stance on every living creature except animals. What? Oh, you mean, oh, I see what you mean. Okay. That was an interesting thing that you said. So are you asking me why do I put animals higher than other living creatures? Because I'm a sentientist, because I value sentience. And the reason why I value sentience is is because it's logical to do so. Sentience means that they have a subjective experience of life. It means that they're an individual. And obviously, any individual will trump in moral value over a non-individual. And obviously, life will trump in value over non-life. But, you know, every individual obviously has more value than a non-individual, don't they? And you cannot possibly not make that argument. But let's see, we've got another guest.
I like meat, okay? Yummy, yummy, my tummy.
Sure,
I
sure,
will
sure.
slaughter
Are you
cow,
over
okay?
18? I muted you.
Dirty nigger, okay?
Are you
I
over
will
18?
eat it cow, okay?
Oh no, we got a racist in here. Oh no. I mean, some people will be that way, won't they? And the funny thing about it is that they jump onto these calls and they think that they're having an argument about eating something, when in reality, we're not talking about eating. All you guys talk about is eating. And you guys claim intellectual superiority, yet you cannot disconnect yourself for 1 second from your stomach. Maybe disconnect yourself from one's stomach and understand that veganism is not about eating, but it's about justice. Because this is what we're putting here, justice. Joe Swanston says, I lack UQ, or he meant IQ, that I lack an IQ. Interesting, Joe Swanston. I don't see how that would be relevant. IQ just measures my knowledge. So you claiming I lack it would mean that I have zero IQ or something? No, not at all. I think my IQ is pretty high. Prove fungi is non-sentient. I'm sorry, Kilotiros, but if you have something to say, you could, you know, join the chat, join the stream here and have a conversation with me. Alexandra's here. Hello, Alexandra. Nice to see you here. We don't have any guests, huh? We're waiting for guests. TikTok is a bit slow. Maybe normally I would have done it on Friday, but tomorrow I was thinking going on the street because the weather's going to be pretty nice. It's going to be a little bit chillier, so it's going to be nice to be on the street. But now we're just waiting on guests, huh? We're waiting for somebody to come and have a conversations with us. So we got a person on TikTok saying that they don't like it. That's why they're not vegan. Because they don't like the idea of not oppressing animals. What do you mean? My face is covered with the chat. I know. Should I not make it that way? Wait, let's make it a little. Let's make my face a little bit big. Oh, look at that! Ha! I'm so big now. But now you can't see the resources. Oh, I can move my head when the resources are needed. That's fine. Yeah, Toad says, but you feel bad about it. TikTok prefers better looking streams. What the hell do you mean, Alexandra? Is my stream not looking good? Look at that. It's kind of it's sexy. It's a nice little thing that looks good. Is this not looking good to you? Should I make this nicer? I thought it looks good. Hello, are you over 18?
Yep.
Okay. What do you think being vegan is?
A philosophical term that basically like reduces harm on sentient beings.
No. It's a moral principle of rejecting the exploitation of non-human animals. Do you know what? Yeah, sentient animals essentially. Do you know what exploitation is?
Like using hair products, using like animal-based products and stuff like that.
No, it's treating an animal like an object, essentially. Treating an animal like a resource, like a product, like a property. That's what exploitation is.
Okay, well, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't see anything wrong with treating an animal like an object?
No, not really.
Okay, do you take humans to be animals, or do you reject biology?
Yeah, I don't care about humans either. This is my
Okay, so do you
worldview.
think humans should be treated as objects?
Like objectification?
Do you think humans should be treated like objects?
Sure. I mean, if you want to, if that's your preference.
So you're
I don't
pro
care.
grape, right?
Oh yeah, I don't care. I literally don't care. This world is evil. Humans are the most evil animals on earth. Why would I care?
Yeah. So when you say stuff like you're pro grape, I don't think we need to have a conversation going forward. But you know, I hope WZHY you learn to adopt a worldview, because I'm pretty sure you don't actually have that view. It's just a way of coping with something that you're dealing with. It's kind of stupid, honestly. But yeah. Let's see. We're waiting for more guests, I guess. That's all it is. Gomez says I'm not vegan because I'm lazy. Well, Gomez, jump on the stream right now. Let's see. Because being vegan is a moral principle of not exploiting animals. That's all it is. He didn't say he was pro anything, but he's indifferent. Yeah, well, when you're indifferent to grape, I don't think there's a conversation can be had, can there? When you say grape is fine, I'm pretty sure we're kind of at an impasse. We don't really have any common ground to stick to. So if we don't have any common ground, if you don't have any form of morals, then I don't think we can go anywhere from there. Like if you don't believe in any form of morality, then nope, we can't go anywhere. But people on TikTok, remember to double tap that screen. Let's get to more likes. Remember to share the stream so that we get more people in here, so that we can have more guests. And, you know, double tap that face. Hit that face. Hit it. Yeah. Yeah, we got some people in here, but I see nobody actually wanting to have a conversation. I mean, it's funny because when I'm on the street, everybody's just like, oh, I'll debate you. Everybody in the chat is like, oh, I'll debate you right now, bro. But when I actually go online to actually have debates with people, nobody joins. It's almost like they're afraid. It's insane to me. Yeah, that was a crazy call, indeed. Indeed, it's a little bit crazy when people adopt this view that it's okay to grape somebody. That's freaking insane. Like to have that view. Somebody asks, what would you do if I started eating raw chicken in front of you? I would probably call you stupid, because that's a pretty stupid thing to do. You're just risking getting salmonella or stuff like that, you know, and you're risking disease for no reason. So I would probably just call you stupid. But if you did decide to eat like cooked chicken in front of me, I would just call you probably insensitive, or you have some issues with people who are actually fighting for the rights of animals. But raw chicken, that's pretty freaking stupid. I mean, the raw carnivore people are the stupidest people on the planet. I hate to call them that way, but they really are not that very clever. Like, imagine thinking that eating raw flesh is good. Like, that's just stupid. But you know, one person said it at some point and everybody bought it, and now they're all, let's do that. Okay, still no conversations. Well, if no conversations come, we can go to Discord and have some conversations there. Let me see if I can hook Discord up to TikTok also. Let's see. Add source. Okay, so we're gonna move this Discord window somewhere over here. And now I'm assuming that people may be able to hear that. Let's join Discord.
What
Yeah, sure.
vegans people are advocating for. And I'm about to answer to finish, but this guy here is looking for an enemy, and I'm not an enemy. I don't give a fuck about what you believe in.
You don't have to point fingers, okay? I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, let's maybe just see like whether you get our values right. And this is like not an I don't like want to get like a gotcha or anything. It's just that, I mean, even if you say it's bullshit, so that we are on the same page, like not that we are talking across purposes, right? That's, I think, a good starting point.
Yeah,
So what
like
do you think is vegan?
I do look. If I again, my motive here is not to fight. Okay, just to be clear.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
so I can still have an egoistic opinion about something. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna hate somebody or fight against them. So the idea of veganism, as it stands, of avoiding all animal products, what you eat, what you wear, with a sort of there is a multiple motives behind. Some people would
Alexandra, I
argue
am on Discord now.
about
I
the
don't know if you
moral
can
animal exploitation,
if you
the
can hear the
suffering. Some would
Discord. Yeah.
argue from an
Until somebody
ecological
comes and joins
perspective,
on TikTok, I'm just on Discord.
and then some would take some of the they would
Yeah,
take
I
some
mean,
of the dark
okay.
research as well about biology, which is and that's the part that I
Yeah.
challenge a little bit. And even from the suffering perspective, like my family are hunters and fishermen, so even our core values of how we think and how we address animals are different than veganism. So we have different ethical foundations that
Yeah.
we will never meet a veganism
doubt
person,
it.
even if we talk for centuries.
I doubt
I
it.
mean,
I doubt that you have different
you can-
ethical foundations. For example, if you're walking down the street,
We do.
well, let's just do the simple experiment. If you're walking
Well,
down
my
the street and
colleagues
you're
do,
seeing
yeah,
and you're seeing somebody kick a dog, what would you do? Would you go and join them? Would you be like, yeah, let's go kick that dog. We get good exercise. Would you stop? Would you try to stop them, or would you just walk on by and do nothing?
You're not listening to me. You're trying to poke holes in what I'm telling you.
I'm
I
just
am
asking
telling
you, what
as
would you
an
do in the
individual.
situation?
So I'm trying to give you an answer, but you're trying to poke holes to try to make me feel guilty or bad about my
I just
heritage.
asked you a question.
My
How did I
people-
try to poke any holes by asking you a
I'm
question?
telling you, if you're smart and if you understand philosophy.
Well, I'm not. So can you explain?
values
Can you
and
answer that
ethics-
question? I'm not very smart. So can you answer my
My
question?
answer to you is, from a philosophical perspective, values and ethics dictionary is different.
Okay.
from a
Okay. So what
society
would you
model.
do in that situation, dude?
So I don't care about the dog situation. From my
You don't care, but
family,
what
we
would you
kill
do?
with honor.
What would
No,
you
but
do in that
listen to me carefully.
situation, dude?
We do kill animals with honor and we hunt
Yeah.
them
Yeah. Yeah.
with
Sure.
honor.
Sure. Sure.
That's
But
my
what did?
values.
Sure. But
Yours
what
are
would you do in that
different than mine.
situation?
So I don't want to go into the dog
Oh
case.
no! Is it
That's not my
because you
point.
realize that you wouldn't be morally consistent with your own values? Because you realize that if you did see a person kicking a
Who
dog,
are
you'd
you
actually
to tell
try
me
to
if I'm
interfere and
consistent on my
stop?
own values?
Oh, I'm just the
not
logical police.
logical
I don't know
police.
if you knew
Yeah.
that, but I am the logical
Yeah, but
police
that's
today.
my point. Like, who are you to talk about
I'm the
my tribes
logical
and my
police. I
values?
told you, sir. I pulled you over because you were being logically inconsistent.
Anyway,
I
so
mean- I mean,
you
we-
missing the point here.
Sir,
missing
can you
something
show
of
me
the
your
point. If you
license
wanna
and
fight, then let me go.
registration? Sir, can you show me your license and registration for using this type of logic?
Damn.
Are you
son,
done?
where'd you
Are you done
fish?
being like you have a chance? You're in a VC with other mods that will defend you. So I'm not gonna get into the ring with you.
No, dude, just answer the question.
I'm
Come
telling
on,
you.
man.
So if you wanna start bullying, I will tell you to fuck off. But they will
Oh
mute me.
no.
So
Can
there
you
is no
just
need to
answer the
bully. We're
question?
having- But
dude,
don't act like a school bully.
Oh no.
yeah, but dude, I mean, maybe, I mean,
What the fuck, man? Go-
obviously you. Yeah. No, why did someone mute him? I'm
I didn't
interested,
mute
like-
him. Did somebody mute him?
Yeah,
I
please
did
unmute
not
this
touch
guy.
him. I did not touch him
Yeah.
either. Just
Me
up
neither.
and
Yeah,
unmute
I
him.
haven't.
There you go. They're unmuted for some
But you
reason.
see, this is
Okay.
what I'm talking about. Like how.
Yeah,
like,
that's fine.
no,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
fine. So I'm just, yeah, I'm
Maybe
just
you are the
interested in-
friendliest meat eater coming talking to you and you're like aggressive. Like what the
Friendly
fuck?
meat
Anyway,
eater.
please.
Funny.
Yeah, because I'm not. I
So-
have nothing against you. Like I'm here to learn about your world, not to. Anyway, please. Sorry, I interrupted
Well,
you.
so,
Please
so in
carry
in
on.
order for us to teach you, we gotta start from your values. We're not trying to get you to in a gotcha or something. We're trying to show you that veganism is logically consistent with 99.9% of the human values. If you believe in human rights, then you probably should be vegan. It's as simple as that.
You have
Bec-
nothing to teach me to start with. Don't
I'm
push
sure,
yourself
I'm
as
sure.
superior to me.
I never,
No, but
dude.
that's
I'm
the
sorry if
problem.
you have
Who are
a.
you to teach me?
I'm sorry if you have an inferiority complex and you feel like every single
No,
thing that
your
I say
word
coming out of my
put you in a
mouth,
superiority that
it
I
makes you
reject.
feel
So don't say
inferior.
you teach
But the
me.
position
There's
that
nothing
I'm
to
trying
teach
to
me.
explain to you, sure. But the position that I'm trying to explain to you is that it's fairly simple. If you believe in human rights, then the next logical extension would be to believe in animal rights also. If you don't, then you would be committing a logical fallacy, which is special pleading, which is that you would have to form some form of great justification for saying humans deserve the right to not be exploited, but not animals. So what's your good justification for saying that humans deserve to not be exploited, but not other animals, since we're all animals?
So do you understand what ethics and values are philosophically?
I don't really care. Whatever
I
they
look
are,
on.
but let me just explain. Whatever they are,
No, I'm
To you.
not asking you the same question because you seem to be a smart guy. How ethics and values are defined in a society?
How they're defined? They're not defined in a society. What do you
Go
mean? Every
on.
single person adopts their own
How are
ethical
they?
values.
What
It's an
are ethics
intersubjective
and
position.
values?
Sure, but I'm not interested in that.
It
Just to be
is.
clear. Sure, dude. I'm not.
You
I'm
see,
actually,
there we go,
dude. I'm
because
asking
I'm
you
taking
according
away
to
from
your
your logic.
values. No, I'm asking you from
No,
your
I'm asking
values.
you the same.
Oh,
How do
you want me
define
to know?
ethics and values? Can
Oh,
you
it's
answer
simple.
me?
It's simple for me. It's simple. Okay, I'll explain to you how I define ethics and values. They're just a set of rules and principles
Please.
on how to behave with each other and amongst other sentient beings. Because I don't just take moral agents
So
to
it's a
abide
set
to
of rules.
rules and values
It's a set
that
of rules.
moral agents
So
should
are
abide
rules
by.
universal?
That influence
Hold on,
not
hold
just
on.
moral agents but
Don't.
also moral
Stop,
patients.
stop. Don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't you want to? Did you
brother,
just ask me a question and now you're interrupting when I'm explaining to you what I
you're
said?
using the same logic that you use with other people. It's not gonna
Oh
work on me.
no.
You said it's a set
Yeah,
of rules.
logic won't work on you for
Rules are
sure.
not universal.
Rules are not universal. Okay,
What
sure,
you-
dude.
what
I'm
you
asking
need-
you, what is your
okay.
rule? Sure. Dude,
If you
do you
wanna-
believe in human rights?
If you want to have, just
I
put your
do
weapons
you believe
aside.
in human rights?
So what I'm telling you is, my tribes.
Do you believe in
are
human rights,
Polynesian
dude?
tribes. Just listen to me, brother. I'm sharing with you something very intimate, personal
You
here.
keep
Oh,
interrupting
no.
Chip and not listen to Chip because Chip said rules and values, and you keep stripping what he said to have your own little perspective on it. So if you can't listen and you also keep interrupting, then I don't think this is going to be a productive conversation at all, because it doesn't seem like, one, you're listening, two, you keep interrupting. So do you want to continue interrupting and not listening, or what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Because if you cannot, one, listen, and two, keep interrupting, then there is no point talking to you. It's a waste of time.
I mean, I'm
Talk-
kind of
Let him maybe
enjoying this
finish
principle.
and then respond. Yeah, let's try again, and I think we can get this.
But dude, just to be clear, what I want to explain, just to be clear, dude, regardless of where my values lie, regardless of where Val's value lie, regardless of where Felix's value lie, we're asking about your own values. And what we do here is we test your own values against scenarios to see if you truly stand by those values. Because if you don't stand by those values, then that means that your set of moral values, you don't abide by them yourself. So it's fairly simple. When I asked you the dog example, I'm asking you simply to understand what your values are. I'm not asking you anything else, because if your values are that way, then you should be consistent with all the other set of values that you have. Otherwise, again, you'd be committing a logical fallacy. I understand that what you're saying, that values are dependent on every person or every society, what you want to say. But logic is the same for everyone, and logic should be applied consistently everywhere.
We should ask them if they were listening.
I don't think they were.
Yeah, I think we should just move on. I think this is not going to be productive. Very, I don't know. Let's
Well,
maybe
it's
move on.
like it's not gonna be productive because the way a conversation happen is like you
Okay, I'll
wanna
make it super
force me.
simple. Dude, just real quick. What
No,
was the
but
last
don't
thing
be a
Chip
bully.
said?
You
Okay, you can call me a bully, you can call me a dickhead, or whatever. What was the last thing that Chip said?
Whatever.
Okay, they left.
I called you a whatever, Felix.
I called myself whatever. What do you mean?
You said I can call you a bully, a dickhead, or whatever, and I called you a whatever, because you're not a bully or a dickhead.
Oh, if you want me to be a bully.
Don't be a
I
bully,
got called
fella.
a bully today.
I mean,
I
I
got
know
called
you.
a bully.
You got them skills, you know, the Krav Maga, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu things.
All I'm gonna say is I got called a bully today for sending someone a slaughterhouse footage. So.
How dare you? It's insane. No conversations on Discord, no conversations on TikTok. It's insane. It seems like nobody wants
Do
to
you have a
discuss veganism.
very clickbaity title on TikTok?
Nah, I just have vegan discusses stuff with people, something like that.
Oh, interesting. Make it more
Yeah.
clickbaity.
More
people will come.
clickbaity. Even more clickbaity. Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
adjust. I think I need to adjust my visuals. Alexandra was saying that my visuals suck. She was like, you just suck altogether. Your visuals are sucky. Your face is too small or something. She said all that stuff. by
I
the way.
don't think that matters too much in relation to the kind of conversations you're gonna have. I don't know, make it clickbaity, say something like carnivore shit, veganism is the best, or something like that, just to start the conversation, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
But to be honest, if you get the carnivore crowd involved, oh, that's gonna be a big one.
Alexandra says in the chat, yes, it was terrible. That's why I left, so I don't have to look at it.
Oh, TikTok stuff is supposed to be just to listen. Many people have really bad, you know, you can call it bad ways of like camera
Wait,
setup or whatever, but it's just about the discussions.
I have somebody on TikTok. I'll go there. See you guys later.
Oh, have fun. Bye.
Okay, let's see. We got a conversation on TikTok. What's up, distracted guy?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Are you over 18?
Yeah, I'm 24.
Nice, nice. What do you think being vegan means?
Not eating like mammals, I guess, or like land
No.
animals. I don't know actually. It's just meats. My thought thinks I come to thinking about meats when you say that.
No, it's not about food. So in this conversation, I will ask you to not think about food too much, because being vegan is a principle of respecting the rights of animals, not exploiting them. Do you know what exploitation means?
Yes, but if you just want to make sure we're on the same terms, I wouldn't mind if you defined it.
Sure, treating an animal as a resource, as an object, as a means to an end.
Gotcha.
So,
Sounds. I would agree with that. I would agree. I want to.
so you agree we shouldn't? Sorry, I have to. Sorry, I had to sneeze. So you agree we shouldn't treat animals as objects?
Well, I agree, but I agree especially not to treat animals with, you know, I would say, it's really hard to put this into really specific terms, but like intelligent animals like pigs and dogs and cows, they are intelligent animals. But things like insects, which I'm not sure if are considered animals, but like
They are.
insects, I don't know where those would fit into that, but I understand that pigs are just as intelligent as dogs, and you know, chickens are pretty smart, birds and chickens too, and you know, you keep parrots as pets, so why not chickens? You know what I mean? So I would
the-
I would see it. I would agree with you to that extent, but like when it comes to eating fish, most fish, not all fish, I kind of see them more as like a resource.
Why do you think we have a problem with not exploiting cows, with exploitation of cows? Sorry, but with the exploitation of cows.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, from an exploitation point of view, it's because they're intelligent beings, not as intelligent as humans, but they can think and feel.
I mean, they can, sure.
I think that's
but,
the main reason.
Yeah. So
That's
I'd say-
what I would think.
Yeah, think and feel is a very interesting way to put it. I would say if they have a subjective experience of life, in other words, if they think of themselves as a subject of their own existence, right? If there's an I in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with you on that. Yeah.
So then every being who has that should
I mean,
theoretically.
sorry.
Yeah, so every being who has that should theoretically have the same respect, right?
I mean, theoretically, yeah, but at the same time, I'm thinking like levels to it. It kind of gets touchy because how do you treat something with a lesser level of respect because it's a lesser intelligence, right? And then you get into the weeds. Why not just treat everything with the same level of respect? And I kind of only think about that. I don't know if it's because I'm selfish and I like to eat fish. I feel like I could give up eating meat, like most meats, but like
This
I
isn't about
feel like I
food.
couldn't give up. I know, but I see food as a resource, and so when you talk about resources, obviously, what type of food you have isn't, then we get into the conversation there. But like, I feel like, how would you extend that to fish though, and things that are not as intelligent?
I'm just trying to understand exactly. So you understand that every being who has sentience, which is what we were discussing, a subjective experience of life, it's sentience, should have the basic respect. And you're saying there's some form of gradient to it. I don't believe that there is such a thing as a gradient to it. I believe there might be a gradient to intelligence, but not necessarily sentience. I think if you think of yourself as an eye, you already think of yourself as an eye. There's no gradient.
That's a good point.
You partially think
No,
of
that's
yourself as
actually
eye
a
or
good
not.
point.
Yeah, and if a
That's a
fish
good
has
point.
that,
It's a yes or no, not a gradient.
yeah, and if a fish has that, then I would say don't just leave them alone. The fish deserves to live just as much as you do, right? Like then there's no reason why if they want to experience life maybe in a really weird way, because for example, pufferfish, they create art to impress their mates, and then they do weird stuff. Then they just behave. I think they do weird stuff, but then they just behave like fish behave, I guess. I don't know how to put it, right?
On the basis that you made of something having a subjective experience, I can understand how that specific quality isn't a gradient. It's like a thing you either have or you don't, and so I can
Yeah.
agree with that. And so if your argument is that something that has a subjective experience should be treated with respect, and that's not something that you can really put a gradient to, then that's a good point, and I can get behind that. It just kind of leaves me wondering, where do I look at things now? What would that look like?
Just be vegan.
But I feel like the question, just be vegan.
It's not that difficult. I know a lot of people see it as something difficult. In reality, it's just like, it feels a little bit difficult at first, like every other change in life, but then it's just easy. My life is easy. It's not like I have difficulty. I mean, you know, my life is difficult because I'm a human being who's not a billionaire on planet Earth, but
Yeah.
my life is easy in the regards of my diet. It's not like after being vegan it became more difficult or
I
something.
mean, it's
the
probably
same.
not that hard to be vegan like people make it out to be.
Yeah.
I just, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I can't say it. This is all just hypotheticals, but like, sometimes I will do nothing but eat, like, you know, non-meat food, basically plant-based food for a few days, up to a week or two at most. Not often, but I've done that before. And I just end up craving something, and I don't have the knowledge to know how to satisfy that craving without just consuming meat, which is usually at least some kind of fish or chicken.
Where do you live?
I live in the States on the East Coast right now.
Okay, so the craving for meat is generally not a craving for a particular taste. Even as you mentioned it just now, you said that the craving is for either chicken or fish. Obviously, the taste is different for both chicken and fish. Your craving
I
for
would agree.
meat, your craving for meat is most likely just a craving for the texture, and I think you may find like some plant-based meats are, the texture is almost identical to animal-based meat. So why not give those a try?
I actually have in my freezer these vegan patties, and you know, there's I'm not saying because I had this one experience that they're all bad, but like something about it does not satisfy my craving. Like there's like a certain kind of nutrients that meat has that you just have to substitute a very specific way with plants or even mushrooms. Like usually mushrooms are close enough for me, like just, you know, traditional grocery store.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel like you just gotta give it a try. I think a lot of the times maybe you're just looking to achieve a particular taste profile that, yeah, sure, maybe the plant-based products won't give you an identical taste profile, but the point of being vegan is to not exploit animals, and I'm sure that you can live, like if you have a craving, you can curb it by finding something similar and choose to no longer exploit animals. Because that's the whole principle of it, isn't it? It's to acknowledge that regardless of how intelligent you are, you want to live your life, and we should let you live your life if we don't need to do anything to you.
You make a good point. Once again, it's just like how do I adjust in a way that I find satisfactory, because I have had like plant-based. I have plant-based like sausages, like breakfast sausages in my freezer, and plant-based once again these sausage like beef patties, but they're plant-based. And the reason I get them is because like the frozen food typically they try to make it really cheap. The producer, the manufacturer likes to save money, and so they use really crappy products, and so I end up having meat that just being really bad quality. And so I get vegan ones because it ends up I don't have to worry about like having a really gross piece of gristle in my food. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I end up finding myself just be like, I feel like there's nothing else in the world that I want right now but like fish, shrimp, chicken, beef, like some kind of or pork. I eventually get to this point where like that's all I can think about, and I'm like, all right, well, I saved enough money here eating plants and stuff, but I'm just not very knowledgeable, and so I get that your point is about being vegan, not from a food point of view, but for
Yeah.
a moral sense. But that's just really where it leaves me, though. So I
Yeah,
agree
but
with you.
so imagine that if you're in this situation where you want to you have these cravings, and all of a sudden, all the meat in the supermarket is just coming from dogs, because the cows, chickens, and pigs, they had an issue. They had a virus or something that just rampaged through them. Do you think that you'd still pay for dog meat?
I mean, like, there's like two different answers I have to this. Like the initial emotive answer that I have is, ew, no, dogs,
Yeah.
gross. But like when we really go back to the meaning of it, it's like, what really is the difference between dogs and pigs? And like, I mean, in some other cultures, people do eat dogs and cats, and they probably taste just as good. So
What
like,
about
if it wasn't a
humans?
culture thing, I bet you I'd eat it too. If it wasn't like a culture thing, I probably would eat it too.
What about humans?
Well, because of like prion disease, like there's like
But
a
that's if
huge
you eat the
problem with that.
brain.
If it weren't, well, oh, that's true. I mean, it is if you eat the brain, but technically you could still get it just from other parts of the body. But if it weren't like a disease issue and it weren't like culturally weird, I probably like would. But like
Yeah.
myself now, I wouldn't like I would never eat a human being. Like that sounds gross to me for the person that I am, but I would imagine that there's not really anything semantically different at the end of the day. I don't think I would though.
Yeah, so by the way,
So
when I
no.
say you're in this position, because the eating part is a different thing, right? The part would be about
Yeah.
when you buy the product, because when you buy the product, you create a demand for that product, which means another individual of that species will be brought into existence to be exploited to death. So that's the issue, right? It's not the fact that you put it in your mouth and chew it out and put it, you digest it or whatever. There's no moral issue with that. The moral issue is the exploitation behind it. So you buying the product is demanding the exploitation. That's the real issue.
You're right. If someone buys it, then it creates a market, and if there's a market, then there's exploitation, and I wouldn't want to be at risk of being pulled aside and being turned into someone else's meal. So
Yeah, you wouldn't
that's a
want
good
that to
point.
happen to you, right? Like that's the whole point. Nobody wants that to happen to
So
themselves.
by eating meat, I am directly contributing to that system by creating demand. So I can see you're coming from there, and you make a good
Yeah.
point. I feel like I worded this like I'm about to make a counter argument, but no, that's a good point, and you got me thinking.
Yeah, I mean, there's these resources. This is Animal Justice 21, Challenge 22, and Dominion. Dominion shows you what animals go through, and Animal Justice 21, they can help you with every regard that you have, because you said that
Say again?
So there's this resource called Animal Justice 21. Let me. And yeah,
Animal
and
Justice 21, I see it.
yeah, and they help you. They help you go vegan, right? So whatever concern you have, they can help you with that. And it seems like you're almost there. You're just like from time to time you have a craving. It's ridiculous to think
Yeah.
that you're in this position where you kind of understand the point of view. You think this way, but then you still participate in it like once a month or something, or once every couple of weeks, or once a
No,
week.
you're
Whatever.
right.
And the
You're
thing
right.
about it is though.
It's a selfish thing of me.
Yeah, like I maybe watch Dominion, for me, like I think like I was kind of in your position at some point, and I just kept watching vegan content, and at some point it just clicked for me, and I realized, holy shit, what am I doing? Because that's the whole thing. Maybe your click wasn't made yet, but you do understand it logically, and maybe there is something holding you back there.
Lots of videos showing like the exploitation and the conditions that like chickens live in and pigs. Like it's horrible. And even if we treated them better, it's kind of like it's kind of like Democrats in a capitalist system. They still defend the system. You know what I mean? So like, I've seen the videos and it does disgust me. And I feel like part of the reason I haven't made the full jump is because I'm a little bit of a nihilist and part of me just doesn't care, but I should.
I'm the same.
Care more.
I'm a nihilist. I'm a nihilist also, but you see, the way I take nihilism to be is not that I don't care about others. It's rather I think nothing really matters. But I also understand this.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but I also understand that one simple thing for me is that in my universe, nothing really matters. So in my subjective experience of life, of the universe, nothing really matters. And maybe also in an objective way, nothing really matters. But to people, to other individuals,
The victim.
yeah, to the victims, something may matter to them, right? Like, who am I to say that their life doesn't matter to them, their experience doesn't matter to them, or anything? Like, who am I to say that something as small as even a leaf from a tree doesn't matter to them? So if I don't need to manipulate their experience in a way that it makes it worse, why would I do that? And I don't just mean meat, by the way, right? Dairy products, eggs, all of them do the same thing to animals. I'm sure you have seen that, right?
Yeah, you're right. I know. Eggs, especially.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, unless there's anything else you have to tell me, I'll go ahead and look at your resources and come back to you later.
I appreciate you, man. I think Dominion is a good resource because it shows you what animals go through. But if not, you can look up a thing called The Most Important Speech You'll Ever Hear by Gary Yourofsky. It's a speech that you can find on YouTube, and it's a very good speech. I think you might really enjoy that.
Is there any way you could type that out for me in the comments so I can copy and paste it? I'm sorry, man. It's just...
Yeah, no worries. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can type. Oh, I can type it here. Gary Yourofsky. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name. If I'm typing his name wrongfully, I'm sorry. Important speech you'll ever hear. Okay, I just typed it out in the chat right now. But I'm sure if you YouTube it, you'll find it. Yeah. Thanks for being up.
There we go. I saw someone type Gary Yourofsky, and I copied it so I can paste it somewhere else into YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice talking to you all. I will think on this and get back to you later.
Think and act, and if not, do until you actually act. Just be plant-based until you act. It will really help with the connection a little bit more.
Okay. Nice talking to you, sir.
Same. Have a good one. Cheers. Okay, let's move on to the next guest. Hey, Ethan, are you over 18?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think being vegan means?
So, I understand if you wouldn't want to have this conversation, but I just had a quick question. So,
wait. Before we have
Oh.
What does being vegan mean? I'm sorry. I just want to be sure that we're on the same page.
Doing a strict definition, or like the lifestyle, or
what does it mean to you?
What does vegan mean to me? Dietarily, it means, no animal products. And then when it comes to like morality and mindset wise, it would be like harm reduction for like sentient beings.
It means don't exploit them. It's not harm reduction. Go on. Have your question.
Oh, well, I've been vegan since 2019, like
nice.
Strictly plant-based. And I think I've just not been, I don't know if there's been a mindset shift, or I don't know what, I just see myself falling out of it. Like, cause for me, it's always been the exploitation, it's been the water usage, it's been, the sentience of the animals. But I just think I'm developing like an allergy to soy. So there goes tofu. And I just don't. I'm a little lost on what to do here, and if I should stick.
Why would you say you're developing an allergy to soy?
I just got tested, and it came up that I'm like allergic to soy, and I guess I never realized it. I don't know if it's an intolerance or an allergy.
Yeah, your life is gonna suck if you're allergic to soy. Tofu is the least of your concerns, man. The soy is in everything.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the problem.
But that's a problem you'll have with animal products also. Soy is in a lot of animal products also. In fact, the only animal products that soy isn't is generally like the raw meats. That's it. But everywhere else, soy is in everywhere else.
Like lean
But-
ground beef, soy's in beef,
No,
chicken.
No, none of that, because as I said, those are raw meats. But
Oh yeah, like animal product. Yeah, that's what.
yeah, but either way, like you don't have to eat soy. You know, there's I have a friend who's vegan and allergic to soy. Like I have a friend who's deadly allergic to soy and he's vegan. So he's not. You can definitely live that lifestyle. You just have to adjust a little bit. But since you're claiming you just recently find out you're allergic to soy, an adjustment will be required anyway. So why adjust in a way where you exploit animals and not live by your own moral values and adjust in a way where you don't?
My adjustment would be for like my well-being.
Yeah, but you can adjust for your own well-being without exploiting animals.
I haven't seen. I like from what I've seen. I mean, maybe you could give some advice, but you know, I like to lift.
Same.
What's your go-to protein source then?
Oh, I for a long time I did pea plus brown rice. It's an extremely good protein powder.
Yep, brown
mix.
rice. I did. Yep.
Pea plus brown rice. It just makes it complete. But I also use soy, but you don't want to use soy. So pea plus brown rice might be your best bet as a protein powder. But there's also others, right? Like I think if you live in the US, you have also, as far as I remember, you can also find the pumpkin seed protein.
Pumpkin seed. Yeah, I think it's a little fatty though too, so you just gotta watch out.
No. Pumpkin seed protein powder is it's not
Oh,
fatty.
pumpkin seed protein powder. I didn't know protein powder.
Yeah. So as distracted guy, the previous guest said, mushrooms are a great option also. Like you have some pretty good in US especially. I think if I remember at the Sprouts, I used to buy them. You have these steaks made from mushrooms. They're freaking delicious.
Oh yeah, like lion mushroom. Yeah.
Yeah, like lion's mane and
I'm
stuff.
not familiar with the protein with the macros on.
They're very good.
That specific.
They're very good. Very, very good. Like they're in line with chickens and stuff, like with chicken breast and stuff. They're pretty good. I wouldn't have any particular issue with that. And you obviously can get enough protein, right? Like you can just get a protein powder. You can I don't think tofu is the main source. Like you can also get seitan. Seitan is very
not
high
my
in
main
protein.
source, but it's usually one of my staple like dinners.
I get that. Same for me. You know, I eat tofu every day. But like if you're allergic, there's also tofu made without soy. Like there's chickpea tofu, there's lentil tofu, which you can make yourself if you don't want to buy it because it might be expensive. There's obviously mushrooms. There's a lot of options. But you know, like Animal Justice 21, they can help you with all that. Like they got a dietitian on call. I'm also a nutritionist, but I don't want to go into nutrition details over here. I'm mostly here to speak about the rights of animals.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I've been, I think, aligned since maybe like 2019. Like,
yeah, but it sounds like why did you adopt a plant-based diet then?
Health reasons and exploitation, like animal treatment, health reasons, and just like I don't know, it was like a general, like, I guess, like a planetary view on the meat industry.
So how can that change now? Like this principles that you have about exploitation, and you said the planetary view.
I would just compromise my values to make sure that.
To make sure that you're healthy, or what?
Oh yeah, make sure that I could keep my mass on and keep lifting. And
you'd compromise your values to have muscles?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? So you think it's okay to exploit innocent animals for the pursuit of sports and fitness?
Eventually, yes, being an athlete. And
why? Is it your livelihood? Do you depend monetarily on it, or why?
What do you mean? Is it my livelihood? Well, yeah, like my mental livelihood, yeah.
Well, not your mental livelihood. Wait a minute. No, because you can still go to the gym. You can still do all of that. The concern was...
Yeah, it's just... Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Your concern was whether you keep the same muscle mass on you. I don't think you would have any issues keeping the same muscle mass, by the way. But let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that you would have issues and you couldn't be able to maintain the same muscle mass. How would that be a good enough reason to exploit and slaughter hundreds of animals each year?
What do you mean?
I'm just
If
like,
I
okay,
couldn't keep the muscle mass, well, then I'd
yeah,
be
if you have less,
compromising myself over animal. Like I would be going for self-preservation over.
not really. You would just have a smaller muscle mass, right? That's the other alternative.
Yeah, but then I'm putting the animals over myself.
No, you're not. You're putting the animals over some muscle thing. I don't like. Don't get me wrong. I have muscles. I get what you mean. I like lifting. I like lifting heavy. I'm kind of like a power lifter. I call myself, although I'm not a very good one because I don't lift very heavy for a power lifter. I just lift heavy for a person in the gym. But I
mean,
get
yeah,
the.
like I just need to hit my protein, and then recently I just discovered like I probably can't really be eating soy, and my options are looking slim.
Not really. You have a lot of options. Soy is just one source of protein.
But it just seems so much easier. Go lean beef, rice, meal prep.
Why is it? I fail to see, like, you. It doesn't sound to me like you're a vegan person, by the way, because no vegan person would say something like along the lines of, I will choose. I have a vision where it's wrong to exploit animals, but all of the sudden it just seems easier if I exploit animals. I thought you had a vision. I thought you had values. I don't think you
mean,
have been
I-
vegan, have you, Ethan? I think I smell a
I'm
little
pretty
bit
sure-
of a
I'm
liar
pretty
over
sure
here.
I'm vegan. I'm pretty sure I'm vegan.
So then why would you approach it like this? Why would you even say that it's okay to exploit animals for something as trivial as convenience? Because you just said
Well, I
it's
guess I never
easier.
viewed it at my whole goal was with like protesting back in like 2021 when there was all the PETA protests. Like I just like I had this goal, but I just haven't seen the change globally in the animal industry.
What do you mean there's no change globally? There's so much change. What are you talking about? I
What do
have
you mean
seen
there's
the
so much
change.
change?
I have been vegan since 2021. I used to be plant-based also for a couple of years before that. And I was vegetarian for many years before that. And I can tell you there's so much change since 2021 to today. There's a fuck ton of change, including in the US. My sister lives in North Carolina, and I visited her in 2021, specifically when I became vegan. And I visited her last year. And there's more options. There's more options in more restaurants. I understand.
Well, yeah, I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about the meat is still being sold. The meat, like, there's still.
Yeah, well, what does that matter? The meat will be sold probably for the rest of your existence. Why does that mean you have to exploit animals yourself? The meat being sold is not an indicator whether your impact has done something or not. Meat will be sold as long as people demand it, and people will demand it for a
So
long
then how
time.
would one agent's action of buying meat be the exploitation of animal?
You demand the exploitation of animals by buying meat.
But this would have to be like a global movement. You see, like I think I just lost.
Why would it
the,
have to be the global movement? If you demand the exploitation of one human animal will be exploited. It's not about you stopping the industry. Nobody's claiming you should stop the industry. I don't think that's anyone's goal. I don't think I mean, with what I'm doing now with the TikTok and everything, that's kind of my goal, to try and liberate as many animals as possible. But that's just me being an animal rights activist. Me being a vegan is different. Being a vegan means I myself don't demand animal exploitation. It doesn't mean I fight against the system in any way. It just means I don't give money to the system. That's it.
Wait, so you were plant-based before being fully vegan?
Yeah. I was plant-based for the health. But essentially for the diet, it means the same thing, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know if it's been like a mindset shift or I don't know what's maybe just
Oh.
growing up, it's a little different now, but
What's the mindset shift? I fail to see, like, do you think it's okay to exploit innocent animals for products you don't need?
I think it's just self-preservation at this point.
No, it's not, because Ethan, the first thing we did in this conversation was we provided you with other options, including access to a free dietitian. So we already provided you with the options, and now we're having the
But I'm saying
conversations after
that's
you're
not
already
possible.
aware of the
The
existence of
options you gave
options.
me,
It's not
the
possible for
options
you to
gave me
have
aren't
pea
very
protein.
possible as a university student.
I'm sorry, you cannot buy pea protein plus brown rice protein?
How am I going to hit 180 grams of protein in protein powder and brown rice protein?
You can have 2 or 3 smoothies per day. That's it. Seitan is another good source of protein. What are you talking about? I told you lentil or chickpea tofu, which you can make yourself, are other good sources of protein, and they're very cheap if you make them yourself.
I mean, I would have to look into, because that's the other
Mushrooms.
side of it. The other
Other-
side is the cost.
Oh, I'm sorry, the cost. You're right, because beef is so cheap, isn't it? You mentioned ground beef as if ground beef would be cheap. It's fucking expensive as shit. So, as I
Costco ground beef comes to like $2.13 a serving. I think I've
Oh,
calculated the serving
Ethan,
sizes
how come you know the cost of beef so well?
because I've been planning on shifting my lifestyle.
Ethan,
and
you're
I
not
wanna
vegan.
Prepare. I'm pretty sure I am.
You're not. Even if you just said the sentence that you said is something that a vegan would never say. I'm planning
That's
on
not
shifting
true.
my lifestyle. That is true, because vegan is a principle where we reject animal exploitation. It's not a diet. You just adopted a plant-based diet for your health, and now you're claiming to be a vegan. You're not. And I'm also doubting the plant-based diet on its own, by the way. I'm also doubting the soy allergy. I just think this whole thing is a sham where you came into this stream trying to make a point that you didn't even succeed in. Because in reality, it
it's
is
not a
cheaper to be
sham.
a plant-based diet. It is cheaper, Ethan. We provided you with option, and if not, if all
Also
else
cheaper to
fails,
not eat and not get like
sure, Ethan. If all else fails, I provided you with access to a free dietitian which could help you with your concerns. But yet you still, instead of saying, yeah, fuck it, a free dietitian, why the hell wouldn't I? After all, I don't want to be exploiting animals. After all, those are my values. I live by those values, and I lived by them for 5 years. Why would I ditch my values all of the sudden? Oh, that's right, because you never held those values, is it? Because if you actually did
pretty
hold
sure
those
I've held
values...
those values, I
Oh,
could-
okay. So if you did hold those values, why on earth wouldn't you accept help from a trained dietitian for free to help you adopt a diet that would work for you, which wouldn't mean you losing any muscle mass or anything, and it would be within your price range?
I mean, where's this dietitian? You're saying you're offering a what dietitian are you talking about?
Animal Justice 21. You just have to subscribe and you have free access to a dietitian.
Subscribe on what?
On the website called
YouTube?
Animal Justice 21.
Ah.
Website called Animal Justice 21.
Let's look it up. Hold on.
Can we get some votes in the chat? Can we get some ones if we think Ethan is full of shit, and 2 if we think he's true? He's saying the truth. Yeah. Yeah, I think we got a lot of ones. Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, halfway in between some people. Well, either way, I don't see anybody buying it. Yeah. Not vegan, but needs help. Yeah. Oh no, I see somebody. I see somebody on YouTube. Somebody that I saw B12 Babe stream. Oh my god, Hitch. I'm sorry, man. I really am sorry, but I forgot to ban you from my channel. That's it. You're gone. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me, Hitch. Thank you. I keep forgetting. That's it. You're gone. So, Ethan, can you try Animal Justice 21? By the way, if you're not in the app, we cannot have a conversation. I want to go and move on to the next guest. Okay, I'm going to drop you, Ethan. Whenever you want to come and have a conversation, you can come back up. Procreate no more. Are you over 18?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think being vegan means?
vegan is just a diet without any animal or animal products.
No, it's not a diet. Being vegan means rejecting the exploitation of non-human animals. One way we exploit animals is for food, but we also exploit them for clothing, for entertainment, and testing. We do a lot of fucked up things to animals. So what we as a vegan say,
Okay.
we reject their exploitational forms. Do you agree that we
Okay,
should
I understand
respect
that.
animals?
Yeah. So what do you think? Because I'm not clear on the consciousness of animals. Because I'm thinking, if we just use them for food, their pain is like like would last for like 2 seconds. When they get butchered. But do they really have
What do you think exploitation
consciousness of the
is?
pain? Like using them for our ends, and then for there's like a negative harm to them or something for those being exploited.
Yeah, do you think if we unalive them, we also give a negative? They have a negative aspect to it.
I'm just thinking, their pain would only last like a couple of seconds, compared
Sure.
to
Let's imagine that they
yeah.
have no pain. Would it still not be in their interest to lose their existence?
To lose the yeah. So if they do have like a consciousness, and that's like a justification of for them to exist, to enjoy their consciousness, then yeah, of course we shouldn't end their lives. So what can you tell me about their consciousness? Do you think that they're really conscious, like we are conscious of pain and anticipation of pain?
No, I don't think they are. I know they are.
Okay, so do you have any support for that claim?
Sure. The Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness, the New York Declaration of Consciousness, these are declarations written by Nobel laureates in the field based on empirical data.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'll check that out. But
Okay.
also, some pro-extinction guy said that being a vegan will hurt the environment. Have you heard of anything like that?
Obviously, it's not true. The IPCC seventh report, I think, explicitly shows that on a plant-based diet, you use 25% of the land, 30% of the water, and 50% of the eutrophication and biodiversity loss. So that means it's monumentally better to be on a plant-based diet for the environment.
Other than have grazing animals.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Obviously.
So yeah. So okay, I'll check that out too, because this guy is saying that I really wanted to go vegan because and could you also say to me that it is like the healthiest diet a human could ever have?
I don't know if that's true. I think that
I
depends
don't
on the
know.
human. I think my claim is that you can be healthy on a plant-based diet. But the veganism is
Okay.
not a moral principle. It's a moral principle. It's not a diet. Being vegan. So
Okay, it's a moral principle that we care about the welfare of the animals, since they are conscious sentient beings.
not the welfare. No, we don't exploit
Right.
them. We don't treat them like objects.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. All right, thank you.
So what's keeping you from being vegan?
Huh?
What's keeping you from being vegan?
Yeah, I'm sold. I just want to know that if animals, it's worth not giving up hamburger just because
You're not giving up
because
hamburgers.
now I know yeah
You can have
because
plant-based
now I know, I
hamburgers.
understand. Yeah, even I understand now. I'm sold on it, bro. Okay. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
sold.
so are you gonna be vegan from now on?
Yeah, but can I eat the last in my freezer? There's lots and lots of
Yeah, that means
stuff there. Can I
nothing.
finish those off?
Obviously, that means nothing. Just don't
Huh?
create more. Obviously, that means nothing. Just don't
Oh,
create more demand.
okay.
Can I just ask you to watch the documentary here
How
called
about
Dominion?
where?
It's,
Okay, Dominion on
yeah,
YouTube.
just yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Weird conversations we're having today. Let's move on. Attila, are you over 18?
Yes, I'm over 18. I'm 22 currently. Thank you, Chip, for having me. And yeah, sorry for my English. It's not the best, but I try.
You're good. What do you think being vegan means?
I mean, I was here for like a few minutes, so I'm not saying I know, but I try to remember what you just said, like trying to avoid exploiting animals.
Exactly that. How do you feel about exploiting animals? That means treating them as resources.
I honestly don't feel anything about that. I mean, I'm a meat eater. I buy products that are created with, you know, animals. So, I mean, in my opinion, it's like something that I need in my life, but I
Oh,
know
no.
it affects other species.
Oh no. Why would you think it's needed?
Personally, I think it's needed for me, and the reason is that for that it's easier lifestyle for me.
That doesn't make it
it's
needed.
um
I could say I could make the argument that I need a slave by that logic, because it would make my life easier.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
That's what you're saying? That slavery is needed, is
yeah.
necessary?
I mean, for my life, it's needed because I want to have an easy life. Like it's like something.
Are you
like,
saying slavery is necessary?
If it's needed in your life, I mean, go for it. I'm not the one who's stopping you. So,
What do you mean go for it? So you don't have a problem with slavery? You don't think humans should not enslave other humans?
of course, I think that's a problem. But if you want to have a slave, and you know, you can choose it. I mean, it's not my life. So if you want to live your life having slaves, I guess you can go and have slaves.
So you wouldn't oppose it? You would, if you say, so just to be clear, somebody right now says, I take you to be a white person, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so if somebody says people of a different skin color than white should be enslaved, then you would have no problem. You wouldn't say, no, let's not do that. You would say, hey, makes my life easier, makes somebody else's life easier, might as well.
It's I don't know how to put it, but I have heard about it, like people saying stuffs about white people, like they should be enslaved because, you know, the history about the black people, and
I didn't
it's now
say
the
that. I
white
asked
turn.
you.
No, I'm just trying to explain myself. I know. Just trying to explain myself how I view the world. So if someone would come up to me and say like, I'm gonna enslave you, and it doesn't, I don't know how to say, but it doesn't really, I don't feel anything about it. Like, can you do it? No, then I don't really care about that.
But that's what I'm asking you. Wait a minute, because you that's not what I asked you. I asked you, are you okay with somebody enslaving other humans?
Yeah, I'm okay with that also. Sorry.
So you're pro-slavery?
No, I'm not pro-slavery.
What do you mean no? You just said you're okay with it. That means being pro-slavery. If you're okay with it, or if you don't have a problem with it, it means you're pro-slavery.
I'm not against it, but
But that means being pro. You're either against it or you're for it. There's no middle ground for slavery.
But I think there's a middle ground.
What's the middle ground?
Not caring about it.
Well, not caring about it means you're for it. It means you don't fight against an injustice. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about life isn't black and white.
Who said anything about life being black and white? It's about your position on slavery is black and white.
Yes. Life also not black and white. My
Sure, but
position
I'm
is
not talking
black and
about
white.
life. Your position should be
I'm
black and white. Your position now, you're
No.
claiming your position is gray on slavery?
That's why we have a different opinion, because
No,
I
that's
think
not why we
can-
have a different opinion. That's bullshit. That's a stupid thing that you're saying, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. How is it that we get these dumbasses over here? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, but what the fuck? When did we start getting people pro-slavery now? Wow. Wow. Blame and shame individuals. Yeah, capitalism is why we should blame and shame somebody who's pro-slavery. What the fuck are you talking about? Or according to you, somebody who's not against slavery. Of course we should blame and shame them. Fuck them, who cares? Jesus Christ. Okay. No new people, no new guests on TikTok. We're still waiting for somebody. Are you against bestiality? Yes, of course we're against bestiality. That's a form of exploitation towards animals, of course. But if you're consuming dairy products, you are pro bestiality because that's what they do to get the dairy products. Lamb sauce, are you over 18?
17.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. You can't be here.
Alright.
Have a good one. Cheers. Are you back
Hello,
to tell
Chief.
me?
How are you?
Are you back to tell me how you're pro-slavery again?
It's not that I want to tell you how how am I a pro-slaver, because it's not the topic I really want to talk about. So
Oh,
you
no.
came up with the slavering.
No, no. I just asked you a question. And I didn't come up with it. I didn't force you to adopt the position of being for slavery.
No, that's not what I meant. I mean, just the topic.
Wait, are you pro-slavery?
Yeah, he's pro-slavery.
What? So, like, you'd be okay if your family, your kids, everybody was like enslaved and brutalized and just done whatever.
I mean, I don't understand why we would talk about people when we can just discuss about
No,
animals.
just
So
answer my
if-
question because I want to know the type of person that I'm
Okay,
talking
okay,
to.
okay, okay. So I'm, of course, I would be furious about it. But
Yeah.
but I'm a meat eater also. So if someone would, eat my dog, I would
Wait,
be also furious.
you're not just doing this to be logically consistent, are you? Come on, don't bite a bullet like that, bro. That's ridiculous.
So you're a meat
Why?
eater. You're a meat eater. And
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying you only have a problem with slavery or injustice that happens to you or your family. You don't actually have a problem with injustice, right? Like if everyone around you is being raped or if everyone around you is being enslaved, you don't have a problem with that. You only have a problem if it happens to one of your loved ones.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason is for that because I don't. If something positive happens, around the world that I'm not near of it, and my family is not near of it. I mean, people can have positive, stories for their
About
life.
being
but-
enslaved? What?
No, I'm not talking about slavery. I'm talking about a different topic. So, slavery, of course, a bad thing, but it doesn't. If it doesn't affect me, then I don't care about it. But if in
Well,
other
you would
topic,
you would prefer it not to happen though to others that are innocent, no?
they are in my family.
No, like externally, like let's say someone goes and bombs a country and
Yeah.
like would you have any feelings towards it? Where you just be like, that's okay, might makes right. Fuck who, it doesn't matter.
That's a good question. I mean, it's depend on the country. Like, if I don't know the country, I have nothing, positive about the country. It's not like I visited the country, I love the country. It's like, yeah, I know geographically there's
What
a
if
country.
what if your neighbor's high school's blown up? Would you be okay
Can I
with
just
that?
answer your question? Like, so if there's a bombing in a country or anything bad happening in that country, but I don't really have an experience with that country, then I don't care about it. Like, it's like,
Yeah, I don't want to platform this piece of shit. I'm good. Hello, David.
That is brain rot. Like I'd say 101, but that's just like where did these people grow up and what happened to them? Did they fall? Did their parents not love them enough?
Oh no, this
What
this
happened
person
to
just seems to be like a sociopath, right? Like this is clinical sociopathy, what he's describing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He seems to be a sociopath.
This
So
is very sad.
Attila, you seem to be a sociopath. So maybe look that up.
Yeah, maybe go seek some therapy or something.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was just saying that just so he didn't have to bite a bullet, but the
Yeah,
more
I'm
we got
sorry,
talking
Attila.
about it.
Yeah, I don't want to speak to you anymore, Attila. I'm good. I'm not gonna speak to a sociopath. I'm good. I don't want to platform sociopath on this. As few people as there are here, I'm good. Not platforming that. Yeah.
How's it going, Chip? How long have you
It's
been
going.
live?
Not long, an hour and a half, but not. It hasn't really picked up steam here like I wish it were. I'm gonna try and change my graphic and see if that works better. But yeah.
I see. I see.
I see.
What's
I
up,
see.
Angela?
Angela, I see.
I see.
I see it
Spooky.
on you. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Let's.
say. Sorry.
No, go on. Sorry.
No, I was just fucking around.
Just fucking around. Wait, are you coming to Amsterdam eventually?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to talk and figure something out if I am or not.
That would be cool.
I have yeah, I mean, I might be going to España, and then maybe between that or before that, or maybe something we can work out. We'll talk about it. You just have to let me know.
Yeah.
What dates work if they do. Like if not, that's fine too. We can always do another time too. Hey B12 babe.
Hey B12 babe. Yeah, insane stream. I mean, I don't know. It was kind of a weird stream, isn't it? Like we got some people who was like, yeah, okay, I'm sold. That's it. I'll go vegan. And we got some people who was like, said they're vegan for 5 years, but now they're thinking of eating meat. And then we got this person who's a sociopath. Like Jesus Christ, bro. Honestly, never a dull moment. The only dull moments is when you then don't get the people, but like never a dull moment. It's insane to me.
Oh, that lady on the bike and Enya stream. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
She got to me. I was like, what do you like? What does she think she's owning in this situation?
Oh, she got so triggered and then she like she just instantly came. I have one great argument. Teeth.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What do you mean teeth? As if that's a good enough. Yeah. Yeah. Drive safe, Anya. Don't crash or anything like that. So we'll do a stream. We'll continue for an hour. We can go to Discord if all else fails. There's people on Discord, and I'm sure there's weird conversations. In fact, you know what, David? I'll go on Discord now until we get somebody here.
Sounds good.
Oh wait, we got some.
Wow.
Hello, Chip.
Yeah, sorry. Now we got like people on TikTok. Sorry, I'll be back.
Go, do your.
Okay, so it seems like we got some people. Thank you for being here, David. Let's go. Okay. What's up, Blue?
I was just
Are you over 18?
Chip's opinion. I'm sorry?
Are you over 18?
Oh yeah, I am. I'm 33.
Okay. What do you think being vegan means before we go forward?
Veganism is a commitment to not exploiting animals.
Yeah, sure. It's a principle that we live by. Sure. Go on.
I wanted to know your opinion on the lionfish guy. Do you know the guy on the internet that catches lionfish?
No, that's fucking horrible. Why is he doing that?
Oh, well, no. So he's in Florida, and he is a vegan, but he eats the lionfish because they are destroying Florida. I don't know if you know that. But humans dumped a bunch of invasive fish, and they are just literally ruining the coral reefs if we don't get rid of them. So he eats no animal products except for invasive species. And I just wanted to know your opinion on that.
Well, that's obviously exploitation. That wouldn't be a good thing to do. And if he actually truly cared about that position, if you actually truly cared about this idea of not exploiting animals, he also had this weird principle of killing lionfish. I don't know why he had that principle, because if he has a problem with invasive species, he should, humans are the most invasive species. But if he truly had an issue with let's just say lionfish or whatever, he would unalive them and not eat them himself, but rather feed them to people who consume animal products, and thus reducing the exploitation of other non-human animals. So no, I don't think that's something that a regular vegan would do. I think that's an insane position to adopt, and I just think that some people claim that they're vegan while at the same time they're not actually vegan.
Okay. I don't know. I thought that it was at least a better position than regular old meat eating, because they have to be removed or the coral reefs will be destroyed and thousands of species will be lost.
So what?
But yeah, that doesn't mean he has to eat them. Yeah.
So what if the coral species are destroyed?
Well, I mean, if the ocean fundamentally changes, humans are going to have a really rough go, whether or not we're eating the fish out of the ocean or not.
So if hypothetically speaking, there's we identify, AI does a great analysis and identifies 1 million people out of 8 billion, which is not that many if you consider 1 million people out of 8 billion people that could be unalived and thus would save the coral ocean, the corals in the ocean. If we just unalive those people, would you be in favor of doing that?
How many people?
1 million.
Okay, so we're talking about a trolley problem here, because if the
Not at
oceans
all.
are destroyed, billions of people will probably die.
Sure.
So yeah, I would probably choose, unfortunately, the 1 million. As bad as it would be, the person to push the button.
Even if one
it
of them
would
is your
save
daughter or your
billions of
mother.
lives.
Even if one of them is your daughter or your mother.
Even if one of them was me.
No, not you. You, it's easy. Obviously, everyone will say if it's me, I'll choose it. If it's your daughter or your mother.
Don't have kids, and I don't come from good stock, so it wouldn't bother me if my mother was one of those people.
That's funny. You don't come from good start. That's a funny way to say it. I like that. That was a good one, Blue. I appreciated
It's the
that live
most
joke.
polite way I can say it.
That was really
yeah,
funny. I get you. But like you see, Blue,
Yeah.
the way I see it, if you want my perspective on this, because my perspective is I'm a little bit of I do adopt some form of utilitarian positions like you're adopting now, but I'm mostly the deontologist when it comes to this type of stuff, because I don't think it's justified to unalive or harm any individual to save others. And if we adopt that position, I think we are essentially not actually solving an issue, but we're rather just going along with the issue. We're part of the issue itself. I think we as humans, if we're intelligent beings, we will find a solution without unaliving others. And I know it sounds silly, but I don't think any of those since any of those individuals are not directly responsible for the deterioration of the coral reefs, just like the invasive species aren't, I don't think it's fair to unalive them. If they were somehow responsible, you could make a case for it. But if they're not, it's completely unfair. And how could we say, well, we want to live in a just world, first and foremost? Like I would say, I'd rather live in a just world where we have problems to solve rather than in an unjust world where we don't have problems to solve. Or in other words, Blue, if I asked you, would you rather live in a democracy where there's a lot of problems, or would you rather live in an autocracy where there's no problems?
Well, I mean, I think everyone would rather live in a place with no problems.
I don't know. I would rather live in a democracy any time of the day. I still value my freedom and to exercise my experience of life the way I want to, way more than anything else.
Right, but I mean, the beauty of I want to say the beauty of countries that have flourished under the democratic label. Let's put it that way. The beauty is diversity. The beauty is acceptance. The beauty is tolerance. The beauty is letting other people live their lives.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it? And that will create some form of messed up situations where somebody living their life will inflict on somebody else living their life, and we have to deal with those problems by either adopting better moral set of values, trying to educate them, or whatever type of principles we can. But
or having a justice system.
yeah, but let's put it this way, Blue. Is it safe to assume that you're a woman?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. So, women for a long time didn't have rights, right? Like they didn't have proper rights. Yeah. So imagine if we did the measurement and I realized that, well, wait a minute, women were actually safer back then or something. Would you be in favor of removing the rights from women so that they're safer?
No, because I don't think, safety is the end all be all.
Yeah, well, that's what you're talking. What do you mean? You just talked about safety. You said it would save billions of humans. So if I told you right now that it could save, it could reduce the number of rape victims in half, Would you be in favor of removing the rights from women?
No.
Yeah. Me neither.
I'm more of an autonomy warrior than that. I think people should be able to live their lives the way they want to live their lives. And it's not that, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have no problem with you spreading your message because I'm not making any justification for the exploitation of animals here.
Well, let's get into that.
What I do want to say is that, oh crap, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, I'm not making justification for those who exploit animals, but I was just, I guess I just wanted to know what your opinion on the invasive species thing
But
was.
do you exploit animals, Blue?
I'm a vegetarian, but I
So
do
you
eat
do.
dairy products.
Yeah, the worst ones, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you
Yeah,
do that?
I
Why
also
not?
eat
Why
eggs.
why not choose the alternatives?
Because I have it. Well, I guess we're already in it. I have an eating disorder, and most
shit.
of the food that I can eat and I want to say retain is eggs and dairy.
Oh no, I'm sorry you're going through an eating disorder. Did you try going to a therapist?
Yeah, I've been going to therapists for a long time. I don't know if you're familiar with, there's an eating disorder called ARFID.
Oh,
It's
I know
common
ARFID,
with
yeah.
autistic people. And yeah, so I have a lot of texture issues and stuff. And I also have a lot of other non-eating disorder related digestive issues. And it's just, I have tried switching diets. In fact, I went through all sorts of diets, and I've been on a feeding tube before. And I will tell you, when I was on a feeding tube, I was totally vegan. Because I didn't dare put
Yeah.
meat products in my body at that point. I was pretty freaking fragile.
But you can adopt,
And-
like I've had I think there's somebody, I forgot their name. There's somebody in my chat. I don't know if they're here now, but there's somebody on YouTube that I know that they have a child who with ARFID, who is autistic and with ARFID, and they managed to adopt a plant-based diet. So it is possible to do it. I understand it might be a little bit of a journey for you to identify those foods that you don't have a problem with, but it is possible to do it. And I'm just mainly interested because those people usually generally have a problem with texture. And when you say texture, they generally mean meat, but you don't consume meat. You just consume dairy and eggs, and those don't have that big of a texture, do they? I mean, you could make an argument for eggs, but
Well, one of the reasons I don't eat meat is because the texture is off. But that's why I didn't eat meat when I was a kid. I don't eat meat now because it's expensive, and I do believe that as much as I am still using dairy products, it is, I do some part by not consuming meat.
depends. If you just replace it with dairy products, you're doing worse.
So you think dairy is worse than meat?
Oh, 100% it is, yeah. With meat, the animal gets brought into existence and unalived. With dairy, they get tortured and then unalived.
I can't exactly argue with that.
I mean, why do you think a cow makes milk in the first place?
Oh, I'm a biologist. I know exactly the process in which we do to cows to make them perpetually create milk.
Yeah, we forcefully inseminate them, we take away their babies, we unalive the male babies, and we unalive the females
We
when
do
they
worse
can no
than
longer produce
unalive the
milk.
male babies.
Yeah, we do a lot worse.
The
I
process
just
in creating veal is psychosis.
I'm just mentioning the standard practice and in the nicest way so that people, because I feel like this is already bad enough. We don't need to go into exact details of it. And I just, if this sounds bad to you, I'm sure you can find a way to go around that, right? Like there's plant-based cheeses if cheese is your thing. There's plant-based milks if milk is your thing. And if you live in the US, there's also a lot of good alternatives for eggs. And, including, I don't know how you eat your eggs, but if it's like omelets and stuff, there's so many great options, including cheap ones like tofu
I
scrambles.
didn't know that there was vegan alternative to eggs.
Yeah. There's like just egg is one good alternative. You literally just put it in a pan and it makes like an omelet. You can use chickpea flour and water. It's as simple as that. And the taste is not there, but with the taste you can adjust by using black salt, and stuff. So you can definitely make it work. That's why we have Animal Justice 21 over here. They can help you work through that. But
Okay.
yeah, I feel
I
like
mean, if I have to be honest, eating meat is morally inconsistent with the way that I compose myself. And, well, not necessarily eating meat, but using animal products, because I agree, it's exploitation. And I like animals, and I happen to think that animals are more complicated than the average individual gives them credit for.
you're a biologist after all. You know that, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, plants and fungus and bacteria, they're all more interesting and more complicated and more aware than people give them credit for. But yeah, animals are definitely, walking around experiencing things the same way we are.
I'm sorry, but I don't think plants are
I,
conscious or sentient.
arguably, well, I don't know that of course, because science doesn't prove negatives. We can't prove that they don't feel and they don't perceive, which is the concept of sentience. But yeah, I would agree that whatever level of perception they're on is not the same as what we are. But I don't know that makes it morally permissible to exploit them either. But if we don't, we'll die. So
Yeah.
got to draw the line somewhere, apparently.
Well,
Blue, have you been to a sanctuary or visited the cows?
No, I've met a few cows, but never a sanctuary.
Yeah, I encourage you to check one out. So there's often they're pretty much everywhere depending where you are, but you can book a tour, you can go see the cows, the chickens. You can just learn about them and see kind of what they go through and see them more as individuals, and then maybe that can help move along.
I think less of it is I want to say moral motivation, because I'm morally motivated. What my problem is that I didn't really see it as a possibility, because again, eggs, like, I don't think I could live without eggs and milk. And as much as plant milk really doesn't do the trick for me, I mean, I could probably get away with eggs and cheese. I know there's a lot more better vegan cheese than from the
What
last
can I
time
ask
went
what plant milks
vegan.
you've tried?
Soy, coconut, oat, pea. What was the other one? It's like a mix of something.
Have you
But
tried
they're
do you
just-
live in the US?
I do.
Have you tried bored cow?
I don't know what that is.
It's literally it's dairy milk made through precision fermentation.
Say that again.
It's dairy milk made through precision fermentation without animals. It's called bored cow.
Hot dang.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, it tastes just like milk. My niece and my nephew had it, and they didn't even see the difference because it's with casein and whey, but it's made
Yeah, okay,
without an
that's-
animal.
That's really interesting. I like the concept of that. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. And I'm sorry, can you I'm gonna write down that animal person. What was it? Animal 21?
Animal Justice 21.
Animal Justice 21. Because I'm fairly versed on nutrition, but I just guess I'm not up to date in all the new products and things that work for people. Because I was at one point, I was everything. I did a lot of exclusionary diets, but I was vegan for like 6 months, like 10 years ago. And there was not a lot of products that I was happy with, but I'm catching the drift that has changed.
Obviously, yeah, but also I would assume you are plant-based, right? More than vegan. I hate to be the pedantic type, but there's a difference there. Like obviously when it comes to your diet, you will change your diet and adopt different things, and it's a thing that you do. But when it comes to the rights of others, it feels like to me like a principle that you should abide by with a little bit more strictness rather than I'll see what I like or what I
Right,
don't
but
like.
again, it's a trolley problem, right? Me
Not.
or animals.
And it's not you or animals because you can find a way, right? Like you won't.
Right,
Oh, I
and we're
understand because you
figuring
had
that
some
out
issues.
now.
Yeah.
Right. But in the, before, I guess, this conversation, before realizing that I had more options, yeah, it was a trolley problem for me, right? I have
Fair.
to quote unquote have to do this to survive. But yeah, if there are options that are actually realistic and not, I'm gonna say, heinously expensive, I would definitely be willing to make, I want to say, positive efforts. I can't like be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be totally animal free in 3 days. But you know, I can definitely figure out what products might work for me.
But you know, like for also when it comes to plant milk, if you tried one soy milk, it doesn't mean all of them are the same. Like I tried 3 different types of soy milk and I only liked one of them. So, you know, like
Oh yeah,
it just
I mean, I've tried more than one kind, but yeah, it's mostly the texture of plant milk that's weird.
but texture is watery. What do you mean by texture?
Yeah, I know, and it's so super weird. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it other than texture issues. People who know, and people who don't know don't know. But
When would be the last time you tried these milks? Years ago?
most of them years ago. I have
Yeah.
tried pea milk and oat milk recently, and they're not great.
Times have changed. I would say taste and whatnot has changed quite a bit. I went vegan 12 years ago, and I just want to say, like, the reason I went vegan is because, and I'm not like everyone else, and I wouldn't say this. I would say actually it's really admirable that people had gone vegan just by having a conversation or watching a video. I worked in slaughterhouses. I saw those mother cows go to slaughter, often pregnant, you know. And so, like, you know, when I hear people are having issues, like I think it's important to let them know like the reality. And I think you had mentioned that you know a little bit, and that's why I had mentioned sanctuary, but also like maybe go to a slaughterhouse one day and just watch the cows go in. It does change your perspective. It does actually even change your vegan's perspective and make them get into activism a lot more. It drives them because they see the eyes of the cow going into the slaughterhouse. They, you know, they can sense it. They know what's about to happen, and it's just this long period of agony waiting to get, you know, executed. And oftentimes they're, you know, even still pregnant or lactating while they're sent to slaughter. And it's really no different with the hens. I mean, the chickens, they're genetically altered to produce so many more eggs than they naturally would in the wild, just through selective breeding over the years. And it's crazy. So that just wreaks havoc on their nervous system. Often they'll have bumblefoot, osteoporosis, peritonitis, all these different diseases, respiratory issues. It's it's really difficult. You know, obviously we're here trying to fight for the animals, and we want to see that everybody, you know, goes for it. I hope that you take it seriously, and you know, the animals are we're their only voice at the moment, and hopefully maybe that could be you someday.
Yeah, and I understand the appeal that you're making. And I guess it's a practicality thing for me, because I understand that not everybody gets ARFID, but I generally do not intake enough calories, you know, on the average day. So if I just straight, you know, oh, I'm not going to eat the things that I normally eat, because I have other options, even though my brain is gonna not let me do that today, or whatever, right? I just don't think the practical option is for me to just not eat. I think the practical
But wait,
option is for me to.
do you just not eat
Sorry?
anything else other than milk and eggs?
I would say arguably 80 to 90% of my calories comes from dairy products and eggs.
But you eat other stuff also, right?
I sometimes eat bread
Yeah.
and veggies. I do like veggies.
Have you tried lentils, beans, legumes?
Yeah, like curries
It's
and
funny
such.
you should say that. I actually just picked up a whole bunch of dried chickpeas and legumes, and my friend who makes curry a lot is gonna come over and teach me how to make them delicious.
Yeah, I don't know, Blue. If you really are suffering for ARFID, I understand the complexity of it. Animal Justice 21 could still perhaps help you with that, so I get that. But you know, you gotta understand, like, it's you know, for you, it's the worst case scenario. You end up with a feeding tube. For them, they get exploited to death, and it's like we gotta take this into consideration and take it seriously, because it's a life and death for them situation. And imagine that if I'm a boxer, I'm a boxer. That's my profession, and I have a problem with the texture of punching bags, but I really do like it when I punch dead dogs. So, you know, my family raises dogs, unalives them, and then I use them as punching bags. I think that would be pretty insane to do, right?
Yeah, and I mean, that's hardly comparable because the texture of punching something is not the same as my brain will not let me consume this. It's the difference between me living and them
Well, you could
living
just eat
at that
bread
point.
you could just eat bread all day and take some vitamins, right?
Right, except for that, no, I can't because I can't always eat bread.
So, like, diet aside, you agree 100% that if you didn't have any issues, you should live vegan and that everybody should live vegan?
No, because I'm an advocate for autonomy. I think people should live the way that they want to live, but according to
No.
my moral structure, I think that yeah, I should probably be vegan.
I mean, surely you don't believe that
if I can
everyone
make it work.
shouldn't be vegan. I think you believe everyone
No,
should be vegan, right?
I don't believe in imposing my morality on other people.
So you think cannibalism should be a thing that everyone should be allowed to do because we don't want to impose somebody else's morality on them?
We have social contracts, you know, laws and stuff for things that we think that are despicable in
Yeah,
society
but we're allowed
outside
to
of the laws
sign
of the
those,
land.
though. We're allowed to
I'm
sign
sorry?
those. The animals aren't allowed to sign them.
Yeah. Like let's imagine
I
that we
don't-
make a
right, but,
social contract where we say it's okay to cannibalize a specific part of the population. We all agree on it. I'm sure you don't want that, right?
That doesn't make it moral.
There you go. So just because we all agree on cannibalizing a
can't
particular
impose my-
portion.
I can't
This a
impose
human
my
rights?
morality on other people's.
Sorry, this is about human rights then? You think it's a right for people to be able to do that?
No, I think people should be able to behave how they will behave, and society should deal with people who are not behaving in the ways that are integrous to society.
So what I'm gonna say is like PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, increases in workplace injuries, probably the most, but it's underreported. So people are cutting off limbs, they're having shoulder surgeries, eye surgeries, they're going deaf, they're having carpal tunnel surgeries, they're stabbing themselves, cutting off limbs. I think I maybe mentioned that. And then also, like I said, PTSD, increases in violent crime rates. We're looking at zoonotic disease outbreak risks. 1 in 6 Americans are going to contract a pathogen. That doesn't include the workers that are contracting pathogens. So basically, they are exploiting humans to work in these places as well. So it's not like you would be like, okay, if your daughter or son came up to you and said, Mom, Dad, I want to work in one of these places. I can't wait to work in a slaughterhouse. You would seek therapy. You would try to stop that. You would know innately right away this is wrong. But we're using marginalized communities. We're using immigrants, refugees, migrants, sometimes even children are trafficked to work in these places. So why is this acceptable? And why is this even an option when we're saying that if you're for autonomy, if you're for rights, obviously you're saying that you agree animals by your own personal values shouldn't be exploited. Maybe you're not adhering to it because of your health condition. However, why would you not want to extend that beyond that?
Because I'm only in charge of me.
Yeah, but
And
would you sign a law saying that we shouldn't exploit others? Would you, like, we have laws for dogs and cats. Do you think we should not have laws for dogs and cats?
I mean, we don't have enough laws to prevent the exploitation of domesticated animals,
Yeah, so
including cows and whatnot.
right. So would you be in favor of extending those laws to protect all animals?
I mean, to the degree of us not eating them, no, because I think that would collapse a significant part of our economy.
Well, this wouldn't happen overnight, but and
That's fair.
yeah, so this isn't change that's going to happen overnight. Um, I don't think it would collapse our economy because we're very adaptive. Also, the animals that we consume, 80% are under 7 weeks old. So it would just be like a lot less of a problem than I think what people might make it out to be. We'd have more empathetic people. We'd probably have more sanctuaries. We'd have more protections in place, and obviously breeding would stop.
Right, but then do we just stop breeding them entirely then?
Yeah, like they're not the original animals that we had in place before. Like all of them have been selectively bred to be as
Oh yeah,
big as possible,
yeah,
produce as much as
I'm very
possible.
familiar with the.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did the same thing to dogs, only
r-
different sizes and
right.
different attributes. Um, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't
Yeah,
find
Blue
any
just tried
justification in
you.
putting my morality on others.
Yeah, just try animal justice to anyone. This isn't about putting your morality on others. You believe in human rights, that's putting your morality on others at the end of the day. It's the same as animal rights. Doesn't matter. The majority of the society would decide that women shouldn't have rights, as we just established. You don't believe that to be good. Just because the majority of society wants that doesn't mean we should have that. It's the same with other animals. It's literally the same. Simple. No, it's not about putting your morality on others. In fact, when you choose to consume animal products is when you're putting your morality on others. Is when you choose to exploit them. Is when you choose to say, I don't really have that big of a problem with their exploitation. Sure, I don't like it, but I'm going to do it because it's for me. That's when you're putting your values on others, because you're crossing the boundary that doesn't affect you and you're going into the boundary where it affects others. If you truly had an issue with this idea of freedom, freedom means you're free to do whatever you want up until it violates the rights of others. That's it. That's what freedom is. You don't just have the freedom to do whatever you want to others. It's up until
You're
others
not
are
wrong.
involved.
That is an adequate definition of freedom.
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, ultimately you're right. And if we could get the legislation, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know that it's feasible. I don't know that it's not a good idea though.
What happens if you become allergic to dairy tomorrow?
I allergic to dairy or lactose intolerant, because dairy allergies are very rare.
Oh, let's say allergic.
I don't know. They'd probably have to put a feeding tube back in me.
I'm sorry you're going through that. Blue, I think we need to end this conversation because we're kind of going in circles. Try Animal Justice 21. Try the products we established. If you really have the values that you say you have, try your best. I understand RFID is difficult. I'm sorry you're going through that. I do think like an expert can help you with that. And as I told you, there are people who actually have successfully transitioned RFID, like autistic RFID people, like children and stuff. So if they can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. You know what? I believe that that's possible, and I'm willing to commit to going out and checking out these products and doing what I can. That's
Thank
what I'm
you.
willing to commit to.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, ARFID is a difficult thing. It's an eating disorder. It's not something, I don't know if a lot of people are aware of what ARFID is, but ARFID is an eating disorder. It's not something easy to adopt. It's not something easy to fight. It's not like, oh, they have a preference or something like that. It's an eating disorder. It's something completely different, and it requires careful attention. You can't just go around saying to somebody with ARFID, why the fuck don't you do this, right? Like, she seemed like she kind of got it. I don't know. How did you feel about that conversation, David?
You know, we brought up what we could on the ethics. It just seemed like I kind of knew, like, and I think it was Vegan Stoner Lady that gave me the idea to ask the question about overall ethics. And, you know, like, I believe there's probably a lot more wiggle room than people want to give. People are often set in their ways. Maybe just giving resources, maybe talking to her, maybe something will happen as a result of that. I don't know. It's hard to say, but we gave her the space, we gave her the time. I mean, I don't know what more we could have done. Maybe we could have really dug in a bit harder, but like you
Give
said,
her a
with,
feeding tube. Sorry, I'm kidding.
yeah, with an eating disorder, I'm not sure there's much more.
Yeah, the eating
Um,
disorders are complicated. Are very complicated for that reason.
Yeah, I agree with the vegan stoner lady. She could have just still said like, no,
But that's what she said
animals shouldn't
eventually.
be exploited. Yeah,
That's what she said, right? Like eventually she agreed to that.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Yeah. Let's see. We have some people on YouTube who are like want to have a conversation, but they don't dare to come up. People on TikTok, I don't know. This TikTok stream didn't really take off enough to have people, so we don't have any more guests. So I guess then I'll go to the Discord room again. Let's see. Since everyone agrees that they should be vegan.
It will become habit.
What's that?
Like it's become habit because we are eating it from childhood.
It's not a
Because
good reason though,
our
dude.
ancestors grew. They were all relied on meat.
Do we have some interesting conversations over here? What's happening, everyone?
Hello. Yeah, same old, same old.
Same old, same old, same old nonsense.
Shit, essentially.
God told me
If
to
you look
do
on the
it.
side chat,
Yeah.
if you look on the side chat, there's a vegan kebab for you.
Damn, that looks fire. Woo, woo. What's the quote unquote meat made out of?
Very good question. Beyond Meat.
Beyond Meat makes that? What the hell is that? Like a sausage
Yes.
cut in parts or something?
No, dude, it's it's this. Hold on, give me a second.
Damn, let me show people. Wait, I gotta show people this one.
Oh, this is gonna be a messy link. I'm so sorry.
Unacceptable. Look at this. Damn. Ooh, looks good. Plant-based, everyone.
Is it?
You know what veganism is, Kabir?
What?
Do you know what veganism is?
Not really. Like as the bad Berg bro mentioned, it's like eating vegetables only and not the dairy product, even the not meat. That's what I know about that.
I didn't even say that. You missed the whole. Thank you for asking that because literally, I said it's the opposite. I said it's not about the vegetables or anything to do with food. It's about not eating animals and exploiting animals needlessly.
Like yeah, eating plants only, not the animals and dairy product.
You gotta stop thinking with your stomach, Kabir. Use your brain. It's not about what we put in our mouth. It's about exploitation of animals. Do you know what exploitation is?
Yeah.
What do you think exploitation means?
Hurting the animals.
Nah, it just means we treat them like a resource, like an object.
Yeah.
Do you think it's okay to treat animals like objects?
No.
No, yeah. Do you think you're treating animals like objects right now with your choices?
I mean yes.
Nice. So, but you think you shouldn't do that. So why don't you stop doing that?
So I joined the group and I was like thinking, what's you guys' opinions?
Well, my opinion is that you don't need to treat an animal like an object, and choosing to do so is incredibly cruel and unjust.
I try to stop myself, like try to be more vegan. Like I
But
was so fascinated about it because it looks like, as you mentioned earlier, there's nothing health changes if you shifted to vegan diet also.
so what's keeping you from being vegan today?
It's nothing keeping me.
Nothing is keeping you.
I was I was a little bit consider about protein. Like, do we really get that much protein?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, you'll probably die. It's pretty easy. There's no protein in plants. I mean, where protein is usually, the way protein works is there's this little fairy that lives inside the stomach of other animals, and whenever they eat plants, proteins are automatically created by that fairy. They just, yeah. True story.
I fucking love you, Chip.
Obviously, all plants have protein. They get protein. Protein is not something, amino acids, our body creates certain amino acids, right? Protein is just a chain of amino acids. Our body creates amino acids, but coincidentally, almost all mammals have the same requirements of amino acids, 9 essential amino acids that we require. And our body doesn't create it, their body doesn't create it. So where's it coming from then? Well, from the food they eat. Some plants make it. So then you just take those plants and your body breaks down the amino acids and uses whatever it needs from them.
Yeah, I know. I got the point.
So why aren't you vegan starting now?
I'll try.
You'll try, yeah. I mean, perfect, right? Like when somebody's when the the abolitionists of slavery said, "Hey, why aren't you guys stopping enslavement?" The slave owner said, "Fine, we'll try. But don't make those laws. Just let us try." No, come on. If you were in the position of the victim, would you want somebody to say, "I'll try," or would you want somebody to say, "Yeah, let's do it now. Get to it."
Question: why do animals kill each other?
What?
Why do animals kill each other?
Oh, for the same reason humans kill each other. They're stupid. But that's okay, you know? Do you have to be stupid, Icy?
No, I don't.
Perfect, Icy. Do you think an intelligent move would be to not exploit innocent animals since you don't need to?
I mean, our ancestors.
Oh no, Icy. Oh no. You know, some of your ancestors didn't wash their hands after they went poo-poo in the toilet. Do you think you should wash your hands after you go poo-poo?
Yes, I have to.
Oh no, but your ancestors didn't. Some of your ancestors at least didn't.
They don't got the common sense.
Well, of course they don't go poo-poo anymore because they're not existing anymore. But when they went to the poopy, when they existed, a lot of them didn't wash their hands.
Poopy hands.
Yeah, you don't want that because then if you touch your eye, you get, pink eye, you get all sorts of bacteria gets into your eye and stuff. It's not nice. So I see.
Won't come near it.
What?
If you come near a tiger, what it will do? It will do to you.
What would a tiger do to me?
Yes, if you
I
come
mean,
near
I'm
it.
pretty sure that a tiger would just try to buy some regular stock at the right time because a tiger would know that timing in the market beats time in the market. So what a tiger would do would buy the right amount of stock, keep it for a long time, and then once they sell that stock, they would probably give me half the money. That's just what I know that tigers do. I don't know if you know that tigers do the same thing.
He will definitely going to kill you.
Oh no, I see. Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, if a tiger does it, that must mean I should do it to others also. So by that justification, if a tiger would unalive me, then I should be able to unalive dogs, cats, and other humans, right?
Because he see you as a food.
Yeah. So if somebody, do you think it's justified to see other individuals as food?
Not your own kind.
Not your own kind, right. But what's my kind in particular? Because, you know, I take my own kind to mean animals, because we're all animals. So I'm saying not all animals, sure. Or do you mean my own kind as in white people?
The main reason people are going vegetarians is that the human population is increasing so fast and rapidly.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go to TikTok because I have a request, another silly request. I'll be back, everyone. I'm sorry. Have fun with this.
Oh,
person.
It's okay.
I want it. Wait, Chip. I want.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go on. No,
Oh,
tell
he's
me.
clear. Okay. Oh no, I just wanted to introduce Ant Dealer, who I saw I met a different server, different vegan server.
Nice.
But there's a lot of trolls in there, so I invited him to come in here.
Let's go.
Because I told him that we're really good about keeping trolls. He's only 14. He's only been vegan for 2 weeks.
Nice.
But I was listening to him to do activism, and I was like, kind of like amazed. Like he's kind of I mean, when you hear who acts, it's actually kind of impressive. Yeah. So anyway, just want to introduce him to everybody. Anyway, that's all.
Nice to see you, Ant Dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, well.
Okay, I'm gonna go to TikTok.
Hi.
I'll be right back. Okay, let's go. TikTok. Are you over 18?
Oh, what's up?
Are you over 18?
Hello.
Are you 18?
I'm more than 18.
Okay, so why are you making all these weird claims about veganism being an evil cult and shit like that?
Yeah, wait,
Have
what do you
been
think?
inside us-
Veganism is evil. It's an evil cult made up. It has no.
Can you
has
tell
no
us what
basis in reality.
veganism is, first of all?
Yeah, it's the basis. It's the baseless, immoral cult that thinks animals are like people. and it's
So,
all
Wait
based
you
a
don't know how to
minute.
answer a fucking question.
Yeah, of course not. It's nothing
Wait
to do
a
with
Crash
it.
minute.
out like a little baby then? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, vegans think that pigs are the same as humans. That's evil.
Oh,
Who said
no.
that?
Atrocities.
Who said
Peter
that?
said that. Peter said that many times.
Who said that?
Peter said that humans and pigs and dogs are the same.
Oh no, I mean, if Pira said it, I'm sorry, I don't have it on my wall yet. I have everything that
So-
Pira said on my wall.
And Peter also kills animals. So that means
Yeah.
they would also justify killing
Peter also
people.
kills
Right.
animals. Peter kills
Yeah, they
animals.
do, all the
But
time.
wait. You know that Peter kills
greater
dogs,
good,
right?
yeah.
Wait.
They would
You
also
know,
justify killing
you know that Peter kills dogs, right? Unalives dogs.
Yeah, they kill all kinds of animals.
Yeah. So if you know that Peter unalives dogs, does that mean it's justified to unalive dogs because Peter does it?
Yeah. Well, not because they do it, but yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Oh,
people
so
like
it's
dogs all the
justified to
time.
unalive dogs. Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
Thank you,
of course,
thank you,
of
thank you for explaining your position. So is it
He
unalive? Is it
still
okay
doesn't
to
know
un?
what veganism is.
That's fine. Is it okay to
veganism
unalive
doesn't
humans?
exist, obviously.
Is it okay to
No,
unalive
of course
humans?
not. That's
Oh
this is the
no.
problem. This is the problem with
Okay,
veganism.
what's the
We
morally
think that humans are
significant?
the
Sure.
same as people. Yeah,
But what's
but
the
the
morally
fact that you have to
sure.
ask that is-
Sure. What's the morally significant difference between a human being and another animal
Yeah,
that
the fact
justifies
you
the
have to
difference
ask
in
that
treatment?
question is the reason why veganism is
The
evil.
fact
Something
that
you
you
don't
have to
just-
answer. Oh
you
no,
don't have to
Can't
is
even
it
answer
that
a
you?
simple
You don't have to, like,
question. Look how
explain
triggered he
certain
is.
things.
Look at how triggered he is.
You
He's
think, like,
crying in the
inherently
side
evil.
chat too.
Why are you so
you
triggered,
have to
bro? Like, why
explain that,
can't you
that's the
just answer
problem.
the question?
Why
Yeah,
do you
'cause it's
support a
not a real question,
racist
dude.
system
That's
too
the question
of
itself is the
agriculture?
problem. The fact that you have to ask that question.
Are you
means that don't have
racist?
any
Why do you
morality.
support a racist system that is exploiting humans as well?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
even
What am I
talking about?
talking about? I
Yeah,
thought
what
you
are you
knew
talking about?
everything about veganism. You just said it's a cult,
What does
right?
that have to do with racism, dude? What are you even saying?
This
So
person
you
doesn't
don't
even know what a
anything.
cult is. I'm
Yeah.
sure you don't
You think
even
that
know what a
animals are
cult
different
is.
races than people? Dude.
No,
I
no.
talked
So,
about humans, dummy.
Yeah, why
yeah.
would you think I'm racist towards other humans?
Well,
Or
because
just say
you're
that?
supporting a system that exploits humans as well,
How do they
based
dummy.
exploit humans as
based on
well?
their race,
How?
yeah.
Explain.
You ready to have a conversation now?
Yeah, how does meat eating exploit humans based
Well,
on
let's
race? Go
let's
on.
let's discuss what veganism is first, and then we
Whatever, as
can
long
go
as
on
you
to
as long as you
why
actually answer the question.
why
then
not
you
only does animal agriculture exploit and brutalize animals, we can go on to also why it exploits humans,
Yeah,
marginalized humans as well.
based on race? Sure, go ahead, explain it.
Yeah. So do you know what veganism is?
Well, it doesn't actually exist. It's a fake cult based on nothing. Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
It is not that. You're wrong. It's not that. So
The fact that you have to ask a question, what's the difference between a human and an animal? That means you have no morality.
Well,
humans are animals.
dummy.
Yeah,
no,
human.
no, come on. The
They're
fact that you don't
not.
know the difference between
Basic
a pig and a human.
biology, you don't know?
Wait,
fact
you
that
don't
you don't
think
know the
humans
difference
are
between a pig
animals?
and a human.
You don't think humans are
Wow.
Of
animals?
course not.
No.
Of course we're not. The
Hmm.
fact that you even have to ask
What do
that
you think an
makes
animal
more
is?
veganism as evil.
What do you think an animal is?
An animal's an inferior species. That's basically
Oh, an animal is an inferior species. So
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So an animal is a type of a species, you're saying?
Yeah, a type of biological species that grows and moves around, unlike plants which grow but do not move around.
Oh, okay. So you're saying an animal is a type of a species.
That moves around and is alive. Yeah, that's what's different than plants. Plants don't move. Animals.
So animals are not categorized by species.
What? They are, of course. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute. If animals is a species, is a type of a species, that animals are not categorized by species, because a type of a species is not categorized by species. A type of a species. Do you understand? Do you understand simple taxonomy?
Yeah, there could be species of species too. Come on, relax.
Do you understand simple
You're like
taxonomy?
splitting hairs. You're splitting hairs.
Do you
Yeah,
understand
you're
simple
not making any
taxonomy?
sense. Yeah, of course I do. You're not
Oh,
making any
I'm
sense.
sure. What is taxonomy?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to explain to you what.
What is taxonomy?
Hierarchy means. Hierarchy. I don't need to explain it to you.
Taxonomy is not hierarchy. No, it doesn't mean hierarchy. So you don't understand what the word taxonomy means. It just sounds
Yeah,
to me
sure.
like you're a
Go
little
ahead.
bit triggered.
Yeah, you're just splitting hairs now, just for no reason. Come on. You're done.
Taxonomy is pretty simple. It's the science of classifying, naming, and organizing things.
Yeah, that's what hierarchy is. The same thing.
I like
You're-
that
you're splitting
question.
hairs
Does
based on nothing. You're just saying nothing.
does species change whether someone cares about what happens to themselves?
No, plants also care what happens to themselves. There's no difference in plants and animals other than moving around. That's the only difference. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's. I'm very interested in this idea that humans are not animals. Do you think a human is a mammal?
The fact that you have to ask what's the difference in a pig
Yeah,
and
yeah,
a
sure,
human,
sure,
that's
sure,
the-
sure. The fact that I have to ask is it's pretty related to the fact that you're not intelligent enough to understand that humans are animals. But do you think humans are mammals?
I don't answer ridiculous questions. Humans have a higher value than other animals.
I don't care about that.
Other animals.
That's not the question.
you
Yeah.
do, you do.
Do you think humans
Yeah,
are
you're-
mammals?
You're splitting hairs based on nothing. Yeah, I
Oh
don't need to answer your
no!
ridiculous questions.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
you're-
Do you
you're
think
just, like,
humans are
splitting hairs.
mammals?
Vegan-
Yeah. So listen, we'll try it again. I'll ask you the last time, and if you're not willing to engage, then why the fuck are you even here? You can just go. You know,
'cause you're
like.
not asking real questions. You're
So,
just, like,
do you
saying
think
nothing.
humans are mammals?
Dude, I don't need to answer your ridiculous questions. Humans are
Oh
better.
no! It's okay. It's okay. We
Better
don't need.
than-
We don't need to discuss the ridiculous
That
bullshit,
was
stupid people.
really entertaining. He was crashing out in the chat before with
Yeah.
his what is it? Is he a supremacist of some sort? Does he just not understand that we're mammals?
It's silly, huh? It's silly.
It's interesting though. He also wanted to know about why he's contributing to systemic racist animal agriculture, but he can go find that out himself because clearly he knows more than we do, right?
He might be a
And
farmer.
veganism causes pain and suffering in the world. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, actually, it reduces it, but that's okay. You'll learn at some point. That's fine.
Yeah.
Let's see. Josh's junk. What a name. Are you over 18?
Yeah, I'm 24.
Nice. What do you think being vegan means?
I think it means not consuming anything that has animals in it or took animals to make.
I mean, that's what something that a
Correct me if
vegan
I'm
does, but the veganism is not that. It's the principle of why we do that. Do you know why we do that?
I don't. I could make a guess.
We reject animal exploitation. That means we don't want animals to be treated like objects or like resources.
Okay. Okay. I see that.
Okay. Do you think animals should be treated like resources or like objects?
No, I don't, but I don't think I feel like it kind of depends on I feel like it depends sort of on the situation. Like, for example, milking a cow.
Yeah. I mean, touching the tits of a cow is obviously justified, right?
I mean, more justified than eating it.
Yeah, I mean, you're allowed to touch any private part of an animal, right? You can touch their, their private parts whenever you want. Like, you're in favor of touching the private parts of animals, right? As long as we feed them and give them shelter, it's okay to touch their private parts, right?
I mean, if they're not being harmed by it, then yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. So you know that in order for a cow to produce milk, they have to have a baby, right?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So do you think they get them pregnant? Like, how do you think they get the sperm off the bull? They touch the private
I don't
parts of the bull. They touch the private parts of the bull.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you okay with this idea of touching the private parts of bulls to get the sperm off of them for nutrition?
I mean, it's nature.
Oh no,
So
Josh,
it's
but
it's not entirely like I'm not gonna pretend to be outraged by it, but I do think that yeah, when you put it like that, it does sound gross and even a little bit immoral. So
yeah, not just a little bit, a lot. Because why would it be okay to do it to a cow but not a dog?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's one part of it, you know. Then we take away the babies from the mother because the babies would drink the milk if they stay with the mothers, and we gotta take the milk. That's the second part. The babies that don't make milk, which is the males, are unalived because you only need one sperm from one bull. You don't need as many. And the females, they suffer the same cycle as their mothers: repeated impregnation, babies taken away from them, exploited for their milk. And when they're no longer profitable, they unalive them also. Obviously, we don't need to drink milk, eat cheese, all of that stuff, and we have several alternatives today that resemble it close enough. Do you really think it's justified to do this to these animals for these products, for trivial products?
Honestly, no. That changed my mind a bit on it because I don't really think about that type of stuff. We're so far removed from it as a consumer that you're not forced to think about how terrible the system really is.
Yeah, and what I'm discussing is standard practice. It's not even like factory farming or something. I come from Romania. My grandmother had a cow. She named the cow. She cried when the cow died. And she still did the same thing to the cow.
So what is your mission?
To liberate animals.
To like make and to promote that for everyone and to make sure nobody does that?
Yeah, I mean, being vegan is not a principle. It's not a position where you're like adopting. It's like a lot of people think that being vegan is kind of like this idea that you're now belonging to a certain group or that you're like a part of a community or something. It's nothing like that. It's just a principle where we don't exploit animals. Being vegan is not about us. It's about the animals. It's along the same lines of being a feminist is for women, or I would argue that everyone benefits from feminism, but let's just say that the primary benefiter are women. Veganism is also, everyone benefits from veganism, but the primary benefiter would be the animals. So it's one of those. It's a social justice movement, it's not about belonging to a certain group or anything.
I'm following, and I'm trying to keep good faith in this because I don't really know a lot about veganism and what it is. I do. It's hard because it seems like the more you take a look at the world and everything, you realize just how almost like inextricable we are from our consumption of animals and animal products and our exploitation. So it's like, is there a way, like, I think it becomes overwhelming to people when because like, okay, changing your diet, that's one thing, right? That's one, like, that's like an obvious one. But then when you get into like every product and everything, I think people sometimes become overwhelmed by like, oh no, like I'm making the wrong decision.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where to go.
Can I just say,
yeah,
I would say that finding your why is the big thing. The how is easy. I mean, yeah, sure, like you gotta maybe learn a little bit or change your ways on things, but when you
really see it for what it is and you actually open your eyes and you're like, shit, like that happening for me for a product that just doesn't sit right. Like then that why just emboldens you to be like, you know what? Like this is actually pretty easy comparatively to what they go through.
So can I ask the both of you how long you've been vegan?
Yeah, I've been vegan for 12 years. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector.
5 years for me.
What has been the biggest difficulty for you?
For me, it's just being pissed off that I was lied to, that I had to grow up and like see my entire family work in this industry and then be told this is a must, this has to happen, and not learning about veganism until 12 years ago. Like, what? Why wasn't this explained to me that this was a choice either way? So that's the most difficult for me. It's going to be different for everyone else, Chip.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any difficulty as a vegan. I have difficulty as an animal rights activist, not as a vegan. As a vegan, I'm like not participating in exploitation, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Not even dealing with friends. Like nobody is like, well, there were some friends who were like, I told them that I became vegan, and they were like, "You're not better than me." No, that's fucking weird. Somebody to say that when I just said I'm vegan. Like there's nothing that I never said I am or something. But you know, those weren't, I wouldn't even call them friends, maybe like acquaintances. But essentially, as life as a vegan has been easy. An animal rights activist, completely different story, because I have to deal with people coming up with ridiculous excuses all the time. But veganism, nah, that's easy, man. That's very easy, you know. And the thing about it is like you learn about all these stuff that animals go through. You learn the basics, and you hear, oh well, animals go through this, it's fucked up, I don't want to be part of it. But then every week you learn something new. I think that's the difficult part, is just learning that the world that you want to reject still exists. That's the difficult part, not you being outside of it. It's coping with the existence of a non-vegan world. That's the hard part.
I think for a lot of people, it does come back to the taste of food and not being able to give up. Like I'm even looking at the comments. Oh, but bacon is tasty though.
You can find plant-based bacon. There's several people who you can't even taste the difference. They just like this whole idea of bacon. Bacon is just salt and fat. Literally, it's just
personally, I don't care for bacon myself at all, really. For me, the meat that I consume the most is chicken and beef, which is not. I'm not advocating for that. I don't know if I'm really the like person you want to talk to, because I'm not strongly against veganism at all, really. I kind of just have like, I don't know, maybe I've settled too much, or I'm too settled in my ways, and I'm not saying that I'm closed off to changing, but that would be my quote unquote excuse for why I haven't ever done it, because I've never given it the chance.
But you have to ask yourself who you are as a person, right? Like, are you the type of person who just goes along with something for your pleasure, for your convenience, or because everyone else does it, or out of habit, even though that's something that you're going along with means exploitation and murder of a lot of sentient beings? Because that's what I asked myself, and I realized I don't want to be that person. And no matter how I would try to justify and hide behind that idea, I would still be that person if I choose to consume those products. And if you ask what the hard part is accepting that other people are that, people who you like, people who are good people, accepting that.
I myself am included in that group, because even though I'm not being ultra defensive about it, I still am settling and being complacent.
Yeah, but like on your side, it seems like nothing. On your side, it just sounds like something, whatever. But you just heard what happens to dairy cows, and I promise you, a single day in their life would be fucking horrific for you. In fact, there's been several cases of people who went, like non-vegans, when they went to a slaughterhouse, they became vegan, or non-vegans, when they went to a sanctuary, they also became vegan. Because the minute you start connecting with these animals or to the injustice, you start to understand just how messed up it is and just how trivial the products are to you. Because no matter how difficult you think your change is, it pales into comparison towards what the animals are going through, what they would otherwise be going through if you don't make the change. So yeah.
It's food for thought. Thank you very much.
Food for act, not for thought, Josh, because animals need acting, not just thinking. But I urge you to do one
Well-
thing, Josh. Watch Dominion. There's a documentary here called Dominion. They show you what animals
Okay.
go through. Can you give that a watch?
Sure. Where can I watch it?
YouTube. Just watch Dominion. You just search Dominion 2018, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That's the
Yeah.
Yeah, if you search
Okay.
Dominion 2018, you'll find it. It's pretty fucking awful, but at least you understand your perspective versus their perspective, and then you could put it into, like, hey, do I want to be the person who pays for this? And you may think that what you see in there is factory farming, but no, it's the same thing. It's parts of it are factory farming, but a lot of it is just slaughterhouse footage that all animals go through.
I appreciate the conversation, guys, and I thank you for bringing light to this. I think I'm very far removed from it. Somebody mentioned in the comments, I said chicken and beef. No, chicken and cows. I want to amend that statement. I'm sorry. But yeah, I really appreciate that. And thanks for letting me talk and,
Dominion.
kind of sharing a little bit of your life. Thanks.
Watch Dominion, okay? Yeah. Getting tired. Should we try to have one more conversation? But there's nobody there. But I am getting tired. Ooh, it's 11 p.m. for me, everyone. I've been having a day today. Day full of
Full day, Chip. I'm
Bro,
trying to
I
get
have-
you up to 100,000 though.
Oh, the
on
likes. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's get to 100,000 likes on TikTok, and then I'll stop. Yeah, for me it's been a full day. I've had a day of, I watched this. There's this show on Netflix now about cats. These stray cats. It's made by Ricky Gervais, and I think he's playing one of the main characters, like the voice. And I watched this show, and it's hard to explain exactly, but I watched it. Alley Cats, yeah, that's the one, Angela. And I watched the finale yesterday, and it hit me hard, man. It hit me. The finale hit me hard for so many reasons. Like, it's hard to explain, but it hit me hard, and I just ended up being a little bit sad yesterday, a little bit sad today, and that's why I kind of took a day off. But then I saw Anya do an amazing job on the streets, and I'm like, you know what? Gotta speak up and do something. So I decided to just go live for a bit. Yeah, it's a great show. It is. Yeah. We're almost to 100,000, everyone. Huh? Let's. Thank you so much, everyone. I wish I could help out. I wish I could double tap myself. You just gotta double tap that screen.
Getting there.
Getting
4,000
there.
more.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, if you wouldn't want to be sent to the slaughterhouse, don't force it on the animals. Go vegan. It's very valid. Anya was fantastic. I agree. She's an excellent activist. Isn't she like? She's just started doing outreach, and she's
know.
like, it's insane. It's insane to me how good she's doing on the street, and how like I think like she's like even trying.
Natural.
Yeah, I think like I saw her even try like start conversations in a different way. Like, wow, that's freaking good. Let's freaking go. That's amazing. I like seeing people like that. Oh, Beetle Baby, you're still here, Anya. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm just like, yeah, you're doing an excellent job, and I think everyone appreciates you for doing that. So,
It's
yeah, we
like
should.
no problem, right? Since even when we were in Berlin, she came on your stream for a bit, and I don't know if that's where it started, but right from there, she's just been go.
Yeah, I felt like when I did outreach with her, she was maybe a little bit more quiet, or maybe it was because I'm a little bit more of a personality and a little bit of a hardcore person. But I think like if I do activism with her again, I should give her a little bit more space, because she does such an excellent job. like
she's embarrassed.
going with the arguments and stuff. Is she embarrassed now? Shall we? Are we? What's it called when you glazing? Are we glazing Anya today? Let's glaze Anya. Let's get her really embarrassed. Everyone. So everyone, get your compliments up. Let's go. Let's compliment Anya. She's in the
Go
chat now.
follow B12 babe.
Yeah. Let's
Go
glaze her
fangirl
well.
over.
Let's get her glazed as much as we can. So drop your comments about Anya. Let's glaze her. Come on. I know everyone. You got it in you.
We got the 100,000, my guy.
We got the 100,000. Let's go. Thank you so much, everyone, for getting the 100,000.
How's the YouTube chat looking?
Oh, the YouTube chat, I think Draculum is being extremely active, which I appreciate. Draculum is always doing an excellent job being active and actually having conversations with people. Honestly, Draculum, I don't know how you have the energy of discussing things like that with people in the chat. So that's amazing. We got cool people making cool statements. Yeah. Eating slaves is not good for your health. True. Yeah. Yeah,
Right, bro.
Yeah, I think maybe we should end it soon, no? I wanted one more conversations before I end it, but like, yeah. Well, I guess we're gonna end it on glazing Anya. That's what we're doing. That's how we'll end every stream from now on. Everyone, we're glazing an activist. Let's glaze it. Actually, I kind of like that. So every stream we end by glazing an activist. Okay, today we glaze Anya. Anya did an excellent job. She inspired me to go do outreach yesterday as well as today. So that's amazing. Yeah. So let's go. B12 babe. That's who you need to follow. Not on the street, but on TikTok, YouTube, and all that other stuff.
Green hearts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Spooky says Anya is okay, I guess. Spooky, the goal is glazing, not... You gotta glaze, come on. You see, Angela's got the right idea. Anya is amazing. Anya is a wonderful activist, perfect. I hope I'm not, because I know you can say Anya in a lot of different ways. I hope I'm not saying it in a weird way or something. Yeah, Raven says, great job, B12 babe. Nice. Utop says Anya is doing awesomely. Yeah, nice, amazing. Mr. South London says hello to Anya, the B12 babe. So subscribe, yeah. Tone just placed her channel on YouTube, so if you want to follow her. Again, on YouTube, not on the street, just on YouTube, TikTok, all the other stuff.
Some other comments, dude. I just can't.
Anya's better than Chip and David combined. I mean, come on. You gotta glaze Anya, not shit on us. What the hell are you saying, man?
I'm not going to say I can disagree with that.
No, she's really good. It's true.
It's kind of true.
She's
Well, I think
true,
that's
it's
why
true.
we started these channels, just so that eventually someone like Anya could come and take over and let us retire.
Yeah, and if people, you see, you discover gems like that because she went and did outreach. You should discover gems. Maybe you're a gem also like that, and so you should do more. DJ Ara says Anya, very impressive. And there you go.
Yeah, I hope this inspires you all to think about picking up the microphone. Look at what Anna's done with anti-animal use and everyone who's creating channels and speaking out. I think we need a lot more people doing that, and we're all relatable to somebody at some point.
No, yeah, Vegan Stoner Lady is doing an amazing job. Anna is doing. She's created activist. She's going live so often. She's doing an amazing job. It's true. She's awesome also. Glazing activist time. But David, how have we not glazed you? You do an amazing job also, man. Like you go out there, you go to the slaughterhouses, you go and speak to people, and you got this amazing voice of yours that just hits them right in the
Well, I was told
right
it was
place.
very feminine. My voice is very feminine, and
The
that
hell?
I'm very fat and my eyes are sunken in. So I don't know if that's a compliment these days, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Chip, did you check if David is 18? Yeah, David, are you over 18, David? What's going on?
I was born in 2001.
Gotta kick you. That's it.
Like that one guy who came on. Was it a guy? Yeah, I think it was a guy on Anna's stream.
Yeah, we didn't know the day that he was born. Yeah.
How old are you? I was born in 2001. So how old are you? And they're like, Oh my God, that was funny.
Yeah, I think like I see somebody saying vegan stoner lady, Anya and Jam. Yeah, let's go. Oh wait, we got one more conversation. Let's go before we end. One more conversation, everyone, and then we glazed enough activists. That's it. Let's go. Are you over 18? Romblin. Romblin? Is it Romblin?
Yes. I'm over 18.
What do you think being vegan is?
You don't. Not only do you not eat meat, but you also don't use anything that is derived from animals or requires animal labor.
That's a consequence of being vegan. Being vegan means we reject the exploitation of non-human animals, and as a consequence, we're not going to consume all that.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's much better than what I said.
Sure. So how do you feel about the exploitation of non-human animals? Do you have a problem with that? Do you accept it? Do you embrace it? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I guess I would embrace it in some aspects of my life. Yeah.
Do you embrace it knowingly, like intentionally or something? Like what's going on? Like do you think animals should be exploited?
Should they ought to be exploited? I don't know if they. I think that's an interesting philosophical question. I don't think that they exist for our exploitation, but I think
the hell. Why would you think animals exist for our exploitation?
That's why I said I don't think that they would.
Wait, did you say you think animals should exist for our exploitation, or you think that they shouldn't?
No, you said should animals be exploited, and I said no, I don't think that they ought to be exploited. I don't think that they're here to be exploited.
Okay. I misunderstood. I'm sorry. Yeah, so they shouldn't be exploited then.
Should they ought not to be exploited? I suppose yes.
So then why aren't you vegan then? Because you can choose to not exploit animals. It seems like your values say we shouldn't exploit animals.
Well, you don't really know my background. I mean, would you say that there are instances where it makes sense to sustain yourself however you describe that to be non-vegan?
No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. I've never came across a position like that.
And why not?
Because you can be healthy and thriving on a plant-based diet. I'm assuming food is your concern. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't say you need to wear leather or stuff like that, right?
No, I would agree. I don't own any leather. I pick and choose my battles. So, but do you think that that's the case for all humans on this earth?
I think that's the case for people who have access to a supermarket, and I'm assuming you have access to a supermarket since you have access to TikTok.
Based on with that assumption, then sure. But if your assumption is incorrect, then
you don't have access to a supermarket.
Scenario. Yeah, you could imagine that, right? If someone lives in a city, they don't.
But I want to talk about you, not other people's situations. Do you have access to a supermarket?
I do, yes.
So then you can be vegan, right?
Vegan, probably not.
Oh no.
Why? And I mean, I can help you. I can help you a little bit further with that if you'd like. Or
what's holding you back from being vegan today?
I think even with my best intentions, I think you could inadvertently be non-vegan in many instances.
What's holding you back from being vegan?
Well, because vaccinations. Do you think that are those vegan or are they non-vegan?
Oh, I'm sorry. They're vegan. Vaccinations are vegan.
Are they? Are they vegan?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're sure about that?
Yeah, because we don't have a choice. The idea of veganism means you reject animal exploitation as much as possible in practice.
So if we don't have the choice, then the exploitation is justified.
No, not at all. It's not justified, but it's a necessary evil. Vaccines
That's
are
just
necessary.
another way of saying justified, right?
Nope. Vaccines are necessary.
If it's a
you don't
necessary
need to
evil?
exploit animals. Yeah, vaccines are necessary. You don't need to exploit animals. So
They're
why aren't you
necessary,
vegan?
right?
I'm sorry, but you keep derailing. I'm asking you why aren't you vegan, and you keep derailing.
I really like this. I like this point that we've come across. So it's justified.
Sure. So why aren't you vegan?
Well, because I am vaccinated, and vaccines are the product of the exploitation of animals.
How does that justify you choosing to exploit other animals?
Well, I couldn't be anything other. I couldn't be vegan if I am vaccinated.
How does that justify you exploiting animals? I couldn't give two shits whether you think you buying a vaccination makes you vegan or not. How does that justify you buying exploitation of non-human animals for food?
Easy, because it's my duty to society to be vaccinated, so that way I don't get.
I
elderly
never
folks and
asked you
children
why
sick.
you chose to be vaccinated. I ask you, why do you choose to exploit non-human animals for food?
Well, just so you know, I don't eat meat.
Okay.
I don't wear leather.
Okay.
I generally don't. I don't have chickens at home. I don't exploit animals. But I
Do you
guess
buy
I'm,
dairy
I guess I'm
products
not
or
vegan
eggs?
because. Sorry?
Do you buy dairy products or eggs?
No, I don't.
So you adopt a plant-based diet. You don't consume any animal products.
Correct.
So your concern is that you're not vegan because you take vaccines.
It's the inadvertence. So right, there's paints that are derived from insects. There are dyes in food that are derived from. So sometimes those are things, or even gelatin capsules in your medication. Those are
but
things that are not within
we
your
live
control.
in a non-vegan world, right? Do you
We
think
live in a
vegan
non-vegan world.
Yeah, do you think if we lived in a vegan world that we would probably have easily avoid all these things?
Perhaps.
Yeah, so veganism isn't about perfection, right?
Right, and it's not about
like
individual
people
choices
understand that
either.
if they're going to drive a car, that there's a risk involved with driving a car, but
Right.
they're still going to drive it. Like
Right, exactly,
we've
and that's
understood
exactly
that,
the point. That's a good way of kind of illustrating the point that I'm trying to make.
I don't know what point you're trying to make. It doesn't sound like you're trying to make a genuine point.
I think
you're just trying
being
to
obtuse.
Sure, I think you're just sure.
Clearly, this is just a
Sure.
conversation.
Sure. I think like you're just adopting like a nirvana fallacy here. Like you're just adopting this idea that, or maybe
I think you just don't like the reason why I'm not vegan.
or a no true Scotsman fallacy where you're saying there is no such thing as a vegan because vaccines, right? That's a no true Scotsman
not what I'm
fallacy.
saying.
I'm sorry.
There's people that are anti-vax. There's people that are anti-vax and probably are not exploiting animals in any way.
Do you think that animals should be exploited on our behalf? Do you think we
No,
should be
I
exploited?
don't think that they ought to be. No.
So
And do you
why aren't
live-
you an animal rights? Are you an animal rights activist?
I mean, I'm not out there picketing, but yeah, I think I'm pro animal.
So wait, so you're not consuming any animal products? You're not you just have a pedantry argument for veganism because you're not vegan because you take vaccines? I'm vegan and I take vaccines.
Well, do you have a problem with would you consider me vegan then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, vaccines are necessary. As I said, they're necessary.
But then, so
even if I go
so
on a desert,
the
if I go on,
exploitation is, but then I guess if the exploitation is necessary,
yeah, it's a
then
different case now.
justified.
Of course, because if
Then
I'm
it's
on
a
a
different case.
deserted,
Okay.
if I'm on a deserted island and the only way for me to survive is to unalive somebody,
Yes,
including a human
right.
being, it doesn't mean I'm
Right.
against human rights, right? It just means
Right.
I had to do what I had to do to survive. But this has
Right.
to be honest, right? Like
Right.
you can't. The reason why I stay away from making the argument this way is because then there's people who justify, well, then I need to eat meat because I don't have any options around me. But
Yeah,
no,
and
that's not
I'm
an honest.
I'm not advocating for that.
Sure.
I'm not one of those people. Are you anti-fossil fuel?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. How about in developing nations? Do you think that they're they're exploitative because they're using fossil fuels as opposed to using green energy?
No, I think it's a little bit the political consensus of the political aspect of the fossil fuels in developing countries is a bit more complicated. I think if you ask my position, I think we should use nuclear energy in developing countries. That's it.
Okay.
And people or if you really want to make an argument, developed countries should no longer have fossil fuels, but developing countries should be allowed to use them to the point of, well, up to a point, but I would rather nobody use them. It's just that so far as I know, the statistics of fossil fuel usage is that it makes developing countries develop way slower because they're not allowed to use fossil fuels, and I don't think that's fair. So But yeah, at the same time, I
Right.
care about the environment, so that's why I
Right.
generally advocate for nuclear energy. And I think the developed
Right.
countries should probably develop Gen 4 reactors for the developing countries. I think we have a moral obligation.
I agree, and I didn't just ask you that just to get your opinion on fossil fuels, but there's your co-host mentioned that we live in a non-vegan world and asked me if I agree with that, and I would say yes. So do you think that it's up to the individuals is it the individual's responsibility to transition us from a non-vegan to a vegan world, or a non-fossil fuel to a green energy world?
No, I think it's the individual's obligation to choose if they can.
Right.
I don't think
If
you're
they can.
responsible for changing the system. I think you're responsible for making the
I agree.
choices that you can.
I agree.
So it is.
Okay.
I think if everyone took responsibility for their choices, the system would change at the end of the day. So I think that's all it
Right.
is.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for being here, Rumblin. Have a good one.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Cheers. Okay. Well, that's it, everyone. I think that's the last. But there was another person, but they left in the queue. So I think we're gonna end it. I think I'm gonna go wash my face.
Wash yourself clean of this day.
No, it just sounds. I don't know. Whenever I do TikTok streams, or whenever I do streams in front of the computer or like that, I feel like I need to wash my face. I don't know why. Like it's just there's
I
so
think
much
it's 'cause of
light.
the trolls.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
That you're
Red
sexy.
Farmer. What is he doing up there?
There's Red Farmer in here? Oh no, Red
Yeah.
Farmer. Oh no, Red Farmer. So I'm sorry, Red Farmer. I thought I blocked you. There you go. You're blocked now.
So if people don't know who Red Farmer is, yeah, Red Farmer actually he has a farm. I think he unalives rabbits, I want to say. But he says that the world can never transition to vegan, and we've given him a lot of time and conversations, and he just says the same old thing, but it's always
Motivated
finding a new
reasoning.
way to get into our lives. Yeah.
Motivated reasoning at its finest. David, if you're not following David, not on the street, but you know, in YouTube and TikTok, he goes by the 40-year-old vegan. The 40-year-old vegan. He is an awesome activist, and he does great work. And he goes live and talks to people, and yeah, he's
All
also
that
very,
stuff.
yeah, and he's sexy. David is sexy.
Thank you, Chip. Needless to say, Chip, look at you go all day, all night. We all appreciate all your advocacy work, and I know we're not supposed to glaze each other, but dude, incredible work, and I really appreciate it. And if you're not supporting Chip in any meaningful way, come on, guys. This guy
What
literally
are you
goes out
doing
every day in the streets and is busting it for the animals. It's not easy going out there by yourself and just like dealing with. Some days are pretty awful, but some days are great. But yeah,
Can you
appreciate it,
compliment
man.
my nose? I'm
Your
insecure.
nose is like the best nose I've ever seen in my life as a vegan. So.
Thank you. I was kidding, by the
nose
way, but that
ever.
was funny. That was I
Best
appreciate
nose
it.
ever.
Best
That
nose
nose.
ever, everyone. Best nose in the business. He had an amazing nose. I mean, the nose was the best nose in the face. It seemed like God put it there, right there on their face. That's the best nose ever. Best nose. Cute nose. Thank you, David.
Yes.
Let's before we end it, maybe there's some non-vegans out there that want to hear something from us. And they want to hear, hey, why should I reckon I'm from Southern Alabama. Why should I go vegan, boy? Tell me.
So what I would say is that if you think of it in terms of how many lives you could save, picture a small stadium between 5 and 20,000 animals I've estimated over a lifetime that you'll consume. Obviously, I don't want you to view them as commodities. Zoos are shit. Wearing them is shit. But if you think about it in that context, if you had to take the knife and do that to every single person inside a stadium, like just think about that, and maybe realize that you could save a lot more than you actually have to put through such a horrific situation.
It's so insane to think about that. You could be in the middle of, like, I imagine when you said that, I imagine myself in the middle of a stadium, and all around me there's like these animals in like these giant ass stadium, and all around in the stadium, in the seats, there's animals, and all these animals, they're just looking at you to make a decision whether you're gonna unalive them or not. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, all their eyes are looking towards you, and
Yeah.
quite honestly, inside the slaughterhouse, they are still looking towards you, thinking that maybe somehow you have their best interests in mind. It's awful, but we fight.
We got this. We got this, everyone. Be an activist if you're vegan. Be a vegan if you're not vegan. And if you're an anti-vegan, you suck. That's it. You suck. And we don't mean the good type of sucking, because there's good type of sucking also.
Watch Dominion 2018 or go to Animal Justice 21 right there.
Yeah, do that. What David is saying. Okay, everyone. Bye, TikTok. I'll see you in the things. Thank you for getting me to 100,000 likes. I wish we had more people, honestly, because we could have had more conversations. But it was still pretty good. Follow David, the 40-year-old vegan. Follow him, not on the street, but on TikTok and YouTube. Bye, everyone. I'll end the live now. Okay, we're ending on TikTok. That's it. We're ended. We ended on TikTok. Not great on TikTok, everyone, but good. And people on YouTube, thank you for being here. I'll probably go live also tomorrow on YouTube and stuff. I think I might go live a little bit more, like from TikTok and do these kind of things, because it would be funny to just do like some characters and make fun of people. I kind of like making fun of arguments. So I think my next move as an activist would be to just make fun of the stupid arguments, make it at least a little bit entertaining, just to see how ridiculous the thing is. So, oh no, right? Or sure. But yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And thank you for making my evening a little bit better, for being there. I know I haven't really engaged with the YouTube chat today, but you really have made my evening a little bit better, and I appreciate you for being here. Have an awesome day. More, when will you sleep? Yeah, more, when will I sleep? I never sleep. No time to sleep, Raven. When we die. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. And shout out to Draculum. I think Draculum was the first. Now, Draculum is always the first. He's amazing. And Tootloop was the first in the chat. So Draculum for being first in the comments, Tootloop for being first in the chat. And Draculum also, special shout out to you for just doing an amazing job in the comments. I see you. You